we're back here for another stream. Big up, everyone. Still not into lockdown yet, sadly. But maybe after the Wolves game, we'll get a bit of a reprieve. Fucking hell, this football stinks. I'm at the point where it's like, we can't really go into any game looking positive anymore. Like, it's this Everton C team. That said, Everton C team, and we couldn't even find a way through them. One lucky Mason Mount strike, the only difference, and then 4 minutes later, some random guy who I think Julian said plays for the Premier League 2 banged a goal against us. Because every other team only ever needs one chance. Meanwhile, we need 30. It's the same old shit. Same old shit for the last 4 years. No clinical ability. Just make hella chances and just don't do anything. They hit the Pickford for 45 minutes. And then after the second half, we barely even made any semi-decent chances. Foul up front was its own mess in itself. Taddle says ever since Jester stopped coming on, we've been on this run. Bro, a lot's changed in the last few weeks, innit? But Jesters might make the end of this stream at least. Is my mic good, by the way?
Yeah, sounds
now
all right.
better.
Right.
Now better. I'm guessing the echo's a bit off or something.
There we go. All right, cool. I did upgrade my mic as well. Don't tell me it's fucking up already. Can't be bothered. But yeah, we'll get into this stream because there's just so much to get into with this bullshit performances, bullshit finishing, shit build-up play. Tuchel was right about this squad and the complacency in it, but we'll get into all of it. Alex, what are you saying, man?
Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm saying
fine.
the same thing
Yeah.
too. Don't worry.
Let's go. Like next, we'll do the politeness later.
Yeah, you know what? Cool. Big up, Alex. Big up, Josh. Big up, Fata. C1, Scott, Daniel. Let's just get into this. 25 shots and no goal. And 1 goal. And then it's the same thing as the Burnley game. Another 25 shots and 1 goal. And the same thing as the Manchester United game and
Another
1 goal.
24 shots and 1 goal.
Shameful, innit?
It's nearly 75 shots in our last 3 home games. And we have 3 goals.
Yeah. It will get worse. Like, I don't know how it can
3
get
goals. And no, I can't go a sentence without swearing. It's fucking Chelsea and they're pissing me off. Big up Brad as well, saying Chelsea need to pull their finger out and get back to the top of the league. Bro, these don't need their shooting boots. Fucking stormtroopers, a lot of them. It's been the same for 4 years.
Someone can't even finish in their gal blood for fuck's sake.
We don't have to.
Yeah, if you expect some peaceful calm stream, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Pussies. It's Mason Mount carried the team last night. It will always hear Mason Mount.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Mount was probably our best attacker by a mile.
No, he was carrying the team last night. The others were shit.
No, he wasn't.
Who was better?
Listen, no one. When you have 25 shots and 1 goal,
For me, it was ZH.
Ziyech was the best attacker.
Ziyech in that first half.
In the second half.
In the first half, and more specifically in the second half, he was the only one of the midfield and forward. He was the only one trying to get on the ball. No one else was moving. No one else was off the ball.
See, that's my thing. Like Ziyech has a good game for just trying. That's all he has to do is try.
That's the thing. It's the same thing we can give Werner the prop for. Yes, work rate. Yes, your press and all of that. Yeah, end product weren't good enough.
I think when you have 25 shots and 1 goal, you can't say anyone carried anyone. No one carried anybody yesterday.
I'm not even going to sit here and say man of the match or anything. I think Mount was our best attacker in a shit attack. Like, they all weren't good enough.
He literally had the chances.
Until he scored, he was involved in everything.
He wasn't involved in everything. He had the
2
chances beforehand. He should have scored the 2 or 3, and that was it.
My bad. He should be Lewandowski.
It was a typical Bruno performance.
Yeah, Daniel. What position was Mount playing?
It should be Lewandowski. That's what.
Yeah,
Bruno
he should be.
Is
he playing? Is he playing in the forward position, Daniel?
Is he the only one?
Wait. What position did Mount play yesterday?
Okay. I understand.
Mount came off the right. Mount was off the right.
Okay.
Dan, I'm not gonna slay them because like part of my
you
thing.
think
The
people,
mad thing is, right,
Daniel,
I'm not
you
defending everyone else.
take it that people are saying that he was like how to say it, like he was, that we're saying that he was the worst out of worst. No, he wasn't. They all three shit. If we had created
Literally,
25
Lewis just
chances
said,
and did not score.
Lewis just said he was the best. Lewis just said he was the best out of the three. That's all he said.
He was the only one
And I
moving in the
disagree.
second
Daniel,
half.
Daniel,
And so it's like
he was the best out of the worst. He was the best.
I still
out of the
disagree. But
For me, it was
people
Ziyech.
don't
That's
wanna
all
hear
it was. Best out of three.
And the thing is as well, is I'm not even defending everyone else. Like I'm not defending James. for
Somebody
that chance.
fucking had to create those 25
Defending-
chances.
I'm not defending
Someone.
Ziyech.
And who
for the
created
chance
them?
he missed where
Not Mount.
Whoa,
Scott,
wait, Scott, what you
chances
said?
did Ziyech create?
the back heel with a Pulisic had. I'm not defending these, but all I'm saying is that Mount was not our best attacker, and he missed these chances. That's not me defending
So
everyone
who
else.
was? Who was our best attacker?
Money.
The one who created nothing,
As I
who had
said,
bad
Ziyech.
decisions,
Money.
who was invisible in the second half?
Yes.
So was Mount apart
Johnny.
from the goal, but here we are.
Yes, Lewis.
Right, so we're talking about Mount's performance because we're trying to figure out the whole attack and everything. And do you think it's the case that it was the same issue where he should have been better in terms of his finishing as well as everybody else? Because I know second half, I could give him credit as I feel like he was the only one that was trying to push our attack forward. But the first half, everybody let us down. Everybody did.
Exactly.
Let's have it right, yeah. Let's have it right. He's man of the match, yeah.
He
That's the
wasn't
first
man of
thing.
the match. Don't take the piss, bro.
He was man of the match. Chelsea,
He wasn't man of the match. Don't take
Chelsea
the
FC
piss.
voted man of the match. Yeah, let's have it right. Yeah,
He wasn't man of the
all right.
match, bro.
Let's start by that. Let's start by that first.
No, we're not gonna start by that.
Yeah,
You
we're
ain't
gonna
starting
start with
by
that
that.
because
No.
I'm starting
No.
with it. I'm
No.
starting with that.
No,
Every day,
Right.
every
So
day,
you
Mount
wanna
man of the
you wanna
match. He ain't
interrupt
man of the
me
match,
or
bro.
you
I want
wanna?
to disagree with you.
Listen,
T1,
you guys
don't trigger
talk,
him,
man.
T1.
You guys go for it, bruv. Land your minerals,
He
bruv.
was a
Go
man
on.
of the match, bro.
Go on.
T1,
That's
don't
it.
trigger him, man.
I've just come in, so do you know what I mean? Land your minerals, bruv.
Again, I never said he was man of the
Don't
match.
trigger
Okay,
him.
I'll come.
He ain't man of the match. and he
Here's the
wasn't.
thing. Mount, out of all three, he's most experienced starter, not the player, starter for this team. He started the most games than any of those two.
Well, who's the most experienced
So,
player?
I'm not. You said you want me
Who's
to
the
lend
who's the
minerals.
most
I'm
experienced player in that
lending
front
the
line?
minerals. I'm lending the
Who's the most
minerals.
experienced? Tell
I'm
me.
lending the minerals.
You ain't
You
landing
get
shit.
open
I'll
your
tell you
mouth,
what you're landing.
open
You're
your
landing
mouth,
bangers
open
and
your
mashed
mouth,
waffle, bruv.
and start to shove
what
it
you're
those
landing,
minerals
bruv,
back in
yeah?
your throat.
That's what you're
Can I
landing,
have that
bruv.
in English,
Because if
please?
you want to
Okay,
talk about the
I'll-
most
okay.
experienced,
Please.
if you want to talk about the most experienced player, that's Ziyech, bruv.
No.
He's the most
No.
experienced, bruv.
No,
He's
you-
28 years old.
No,
Right?
no,
Yeah. No, it's a
No.
fact. It's a
no.
fact.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying he had more starts than any of three out of those two forwards at Chelsea.
Yeah,
He's
do you know
been
why?
playing
Because he's
more.
our most informed player. That's why.
So
he deserves to
that's
start
why
every
he's
game.
gonna get criticized more than other two.
How many games does
That
Ziyech
should
play,
mean
bruv?
he should not get criticized more than the other two. Like that's asinine. to
So
me.
we're gonna
he's the only one playing well.
at
Let's
Mason Mount,
criticize him
yeah,
even
but
more.
we're not gonna look at Pulisic or Ziyech, yeah. Is that
You
your
never
agenda
said
now?
I
that.
did not
Oh
say
no,
we
we're gonna
not
go
going.
for Pulisic and Ziyech.
I'm gonna
too.
cook some of these, man,
It's
bro.
just selective hearing. It's just selective
Exactly.
hearing.
Man, don't fucking listen.
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? You ain't cooking
No, I
nothing,
didn't
bro.
finish my
You ain't
minerals.
cooking nothing but bangers and mash right now.
On my
Here's the
life,
thi-
I
here's the
want
thing.
to talk
Listening,
about Mount, but I fucking can't be bothered because I like to talk about other people and I don't want to spend 50 minutes of
There's
this stream talking about Mount.
there's nothing to talk about. Mount
Yes,
was our
there
best
is, but I
player,
can't
bro.
be bothered.
He wasn't
our
our
best
best
player.
player. Just move
But
on.
if it wasn't for Mason Mount, we
No,
would have
I'll
lost
be
the game
real.
1-0.
You know what?
There's-
You know what?
there are
I'll-
good-
I'll follow
We
Scott.
don't
I'll
care.
follow Scott.
I don't
I'll follow
give a
Scott.
shit. I wanna
Mount
talk
is the
about
best
everyone
player
else.
on the planet. Let's go. Move forward. Let's go.
This is the
Yeah,
thing.
man,
It's-
just
and
like
Dov,
Haaland
and
does.
Dov.
It's both.
Dov.
It's both. It's both.
I don't
It's-
I think
care.
Mount was
Lewis,
good,
he
but I
Lewis, he
also think
deserves
there
to
was
win the
problems.
Ballon d'Or.
Listen, there was
man,
no
bro.
one else that brought the
Fuck's
minerals in
sake.
that game. No one.
Whatever you
No one
say,
else.
bro,
Bro,
everyone-
So why are
Johnny,
you talking
Johnny,
about Mount?
Johnny,
Why are you bringing up Mount
Johnny
for?
like
Johnny, let me be
Let's
real.
move on.
I don't
let's
think
treat
any
Johnny like class ref.
No one-
You're right. You're right. Let's
nobody
let's keep moving.
in the attack was good enough overall. Nobody was.
Yeah, but
No,
Lewis, what do you
no.
expect from Tuchel? What does anyone expect from the gaffer?
No one's saying
he ain't got no
Tuchel, bro.
options. He
No
hasn't
no
got
one's
no
saying
options.
Tuchel.
Why is it
Tuchel-
brought up?
Tuchel, Edward Mendy, and Thiago Silva are the only players that come out of that game with no issues.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
Mason Mount.
Everybody else
Listen,
is poor.
Mason Mount.
No,
There's
he
no issues with
doesn't.
Mount either. I don't
No,
want to
he
hear it.
doesn't.
No, bro, Johnny, respectfully,
Mr. One-on-one.
Mason Mount
I
was our
don't care.
best.
How many times
Johnny,
has
Johnny,
missed one?
Johnny, Johnny.
Oh my
Mason
God,
Mount was,
bro.
bro, I will agree
Bro, what
with
the
you,
hell?
right? That out of the three, in my opinion, Mason Mount was the best out of the three. He still did not have a great game. It was
Exactly.
What
just
do you
the
mean he
goal.
didn't have a great game? He made everything try and happen in that second half.
Dude, you're
He
in
didn't
love.
win the game.
No,
And
He
I
got
hear
it
that.
1-0.
I
He
hear
should have won
that.
that game.
Please.
I hear
You're in
that,
love.
Lewis,
and
for
his
the love
end
of
product
God,
has
It's
can
just
improved a
you,
lot
man.
this
I'm
season.
tired.
we
Do
move
you know
on?
why
please?
you want to move on? Because there's nothing
Like
to
I
talk
said-
about. Because he's our best
No,
player.
because-
That's it.
because
That's
we're
it.
talking about class ref.
But just
like
admit
literally.
it. Don't come at Mount criticising
No,
him because
we're
of a
not
one-on-one.
Whatever you say,
Nobody's
He
whatever
getting
put the
shit,
ball in the
bro.
net, and that's what
Whatever you
counts.
fucking
Let me
say.
say we don't want to
What-
talk about
He's
it. but
he's
we
he's
talk
the only
about it.
player since
Let's move
Eden
on,
Hazard
bro.
scored 4
I'm trying to
consecutive
move on,
games,
Dan.
bruv,
I'm
in the
not
Premier
doing
League.
that.
You don't
And
talk
assists,
about
bruv.
Eden,
Bro,
fam.
hey,
Fuck
no,
off.
So
man.
let's
See,
not
now you sound like
criticise
trolling,
Mason
bro.
Mount here. Let's look
care,
at Soul,
bro.
bruv.
Move
Let's
on
look at
then.
Ross
Now you
Barkley,
fine, let's
bruv.
move
Let's
on.
look at
Then
Alonso,
move
bruv.
on
Let's
then.
look at
Then
Jorginho.
shut the
Let's
fuck
look
up and
at
let
fucking
us.
Ruben
And move
Loftus-Cheek.
on then.
Yeah? Let's look at those players,
Wait,
bruv.
wait. Hey, yo,
There's
let
no
me say
need to
one
talk
thing,
about
right?
Mason Mount, bruv.
Yeah, okay,
Whatever you
good.
say,
Look,
bro.
check
All
it
right?
out.
Whatever you say.
So move
Okay.
on, yeah?
Hey, Jackie,
Move
suck
on.
my
Whatever
dick,
you
man.
say, bro.
Here's
Right.
what I say. Here's what I
Let me
say.
say, Jesus.
Right, so here's the thing. I know we're saying like it was just one chance, but this is the problem in every game that we play, and it's with every player specifically. It isn't just Mason Mount. He is also culpable, just like everybody else. We are
James missed one as
horrific
It's
well.
not Mason
when it
Mount at
comes
all,
to
Lewis.
missed
That's the
chances.
point. It's not
No,
him
Yeah,
at
he
all.
missed two
Mason
chances, though.
Mount only gets a bit of leeway because he scored at the
Yeah,
end of it.
exactly.
But
Mate,
he still had the bad chance.
You know
have to
what?
acknowledge
He was
both.
the only one that you saw it, Lewis. We were there, yeah. You saw it. He was the only one that tried to. When he got the opportunity anywhere near the box, he tried to shoot. Yeah, it got blocked, but he tried. No one else did. It was all sideways masterclass. That's what it was the whole game. It was just sideways.
But this is what it was from
There was
everybody.
no penetration.
If it wasn't
No
him on the
penetration
ball,
at
it
all.
was somebody else. And whenever they were on the ball, I just see 10 other players not moving.
And I
Like,
think
the
Ruben
movement off the
Loftus-Cheek
ball
is
from
struggling, mate.
everybody
I think
wasn't
he's
good
struggling,
enough.
bruv.
We were drawing 1-1 to Everton C team, and I see fucking Chalobah, Mountain, fucking Saul doing rondos on the left side of the pitch. So what the fuck are you guys doing?
Because the reason is, Lewis, there is no, even if they get down the byline, they can't cross it in because there's no one in there with presence. You ain't got no Romelu Lukaku. You haven't got a Kai Havertz. And those two are only players up front that have the aerial ability to deal with crosses. So if you haven't got that, your only option is to go backwards and try and play. You're basically relying on tiki-taka football to get in the box and create a shot.
And again,
yeah, but we all do.
It's not just about no. It's not just about crosses. Go and look at the way Man City play. How many crosses do they put in a match? I'm talking in the
you haven't got the player in the middle, Scott, to give you to create the spaces to play like he's not. Saul is not a false nine. He's not a striker.
I'm not saying Saul, but the striker.
That's what we had to deal with in the second half.
How many chances we had in the first half before Saul came in? How many chances did we have in the first half?
We had 4 big chances, bro.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, one of them was a free kick from Reece James. One of them was Mount.
Reece James missed a one-on-one.
Yeah. Ziyech had a chance and he fluffed his lines. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, you can't just pinpoint Mount. You got to look at the other guys. And Pulisic, he didn't have a very good game at all.
Mount should have scored the goal.
Nobody is.
Mount did score a goal. That's the difference. Mount scored a goal.
Mount should have had a hat trick.
Oh, he should have had a hat trick now. We're not happy. We're not satisfied, are we?
Johnny,
we're not satisfied.
Look, hold on. Be quiet for a second. So out of chances that Mount had, how many do you think he should have scored?
2.
See one?
Yeah, but you're looking at Pickford. Do you know what a performance Pickford had yesterday? Do you understand what performance he had yesterday?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's not our fault. He put in a world-class
chances made Pickford look like a freaking Yashin Award player.
Yeah,
no, he just played very well, and you got to respect that.
No, you need to take your shit out of the Mount's bushes.
No, there's no shit to be taken out, bruv. You need to look at other players, is what I'm saying to you, yeah?
Stop deflecting to the other players.
What do you mean
Johnny,
deflect? They were the worst on the pitch.
Hey,
No,
Johnny, let's
he
move
was
on. Let's move
one-on-one
on.
Fucking
versus.
hell, bruv.
fuck's
What are you
sake.
talking
He
about?
was one-on-one
Other
versus
players? Can
Pickford.
we do that?
He was
How
one-on-one.
are you even criticizing that
How
Mason Mount? He's
Let's
beyond
move
me,
he
bruv.
had-
He's
he
fucking
had-
delusional, bruv.
Look, you fucking
He
delusional.
can criticize
had-
if he wants. He's holding him to world-class standards,
had-
obviously, right?
he
He's holding him
had-
to a world-class standard.
he
That's cool.
had
Let's move
The
on.
problem was the
chance
pivot, bruv.
with
That was a
Pickford.
major problem in this
Nah, the
game.
problem was
One-on-one
everything. Everything.
Listen, you had to rely
It was
on
everything,
Thiago
bro.
Silva getting the ball to make something happen, and he was going to everyone, come on.
But we do that.
Yeah,
but we do
mate,
that
move
every.
the ball
We do that every
quicker.
game. We do that every
That's a
game.
different conversation
Yeah,
why
yeah,
RCB plays through the ball, not a midfield. That's a different
Do
conversation.
you know what? Yeah, the next time
No,
Romelu
I don't know
Lukaku
what.
misses a
You're not
chance,
letting me
bruv.
finish
The
talking.
next time Rom
I'll
or Havertz miss
screen
a
you.
chance, I'm going to act
screen you,
exactly
you
like
twat.
you,
Hang
bruv.
on.
Damn, Johnny,
Who's
look
done
at you
that?
going so hard
Who's
for
done
Mount
that?
like this, bro.
That's
Yeah,
the
because he
maddest
was our
thing.
best
No,
player by
crazy,
far.
bro.
He
No.
had
And you're
Hold
criticising
on.
him.
hands.
Really
One
think
second.
with this halfway
Wait till this
I don't want to
happens.
hear this
Please,
nonsense.
me,
He
everyone,
had
please,
one
me,
on
everyone.
one.
Show.
One at a time, one at a
Calm,
time, one at a
He had-
time.
He
Absolute
had
joke, bruv.
one-on-one.
You know
He
what?
had
When Romelu
one-on-one
Lukaku
chance.
misses
He
chances,
had
I'll come
one-on-one
in,
chance.
bruv, and see
Me,
what you lot
everyone,
say.
He had
me,
And I'll see what you lot say.
chance.
Oh, he needed time. Oh, it's a difficult. Oh, it's a great
He
save.
had one-on-one
Waffle,
chance
bruv.
versus
Absolute
Pickford.
waffle.
He had one.
Right. Let's calm down.
He had one-on-one
Fuck
chance
yeah.
versus Pickford.
I can't be bothered.
Nobody else did. He's the one that had one-on-one versus Pickford, and he bottled it.
No, he didn't bottle shit, bruv. He didn't bottle shit,
He
bruv.
did.
Yeah? He didn't bottle
I
shit.
dare you to do.
You're
I
just
dare
bringing
you-
your
I dare
stinky
you to say
agenda,
something.
bruv. That's what
you
you're
said to
bringing to
Scott.
me
I
right
dare
now.
you to say something.
You're
what you said
stinking
to
up the
Scott.
place, bruv.
Also,
Absolute stinker.
You're
Also,
smelling it up, bro.
You say.
He was our
wait
best
till-
player, mate. Man of the
you
match.
say
Look
wait
at
No, he
other players.
wasn't.
Wait, Johnny, wait. Scott, what are you saying?
You say wait till X player misses a chance. That's happened, and again, we've gone in on them. Lukaku when he missed it against who is it? Juve. We went in on him.
Juve.
When Cho missed it against United, we went in on him. When X player
Yep.
missed it, we went in on him. But now we do it with Mount, and I think
This is
rightly
not
so.
this is not Mount's position, bruv. You do know that. Everyone
That's
does
not
know
the
that. He's
point,
not.
bruv.
Exactly.
He's right forward.
Listen.
Everyone knows he's not a right forward, don't they?
I'm moving on because this is
Romelu Lukaku's a striker, bruv. A striker.
Johnny. No, wait. What position did Mount play in the Champions League final?
Gives a fuck. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
plays in the
exactly.
front right or three,
Exactly,
but that's
Daniel.
he's an
Right,
actual
He
8,
plays
bruv.
either left or
He's
right,
an 8
bro.
and 10. He's not a fucking right
Bro,
inside
so that
forward.
dictates.
That's not
so that
the point,
dictates
bro.
that he's able
That
to
is the
miss a
point. He's
one-on-one.
playing. He's not
Okay.
playing his actual
Let's-
So
position.
you
Bro,
you're gonna
talk about
put Reece
something
James for
else,
missing
man.
on one-on-one? Just
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Reece
something
James
else.
is a right
Reece
wing back,
James
bruv.
is
If he
just
misses it,
fucking
he misses it, bruv.
He's a right back. He's a right back.
He's a
Yeah,
right
he's a
wing
right
back.
We're still
He's a
gonna
right
see
He can
wing
play
back.
wing back. He can play wing back.
No, he's a right wing back. That's what he is. for
Johnny's
Johnson.
natural position was a right back, though.
Yes,
His
but he's
natural
been
position-
playing a right wing back, right?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
can play right wing back. He
Yeah,
can play
yeah, I
right
agree.
centre back. He can play right back. Well, in this game, he's a right wing back. Regardless, he had a one-on-one, and he fluffed his lines. But no one's coming at Reece James.
James' miss was really bad.
But he's
No one's
not
coming
Johnny.
at
He's
Reece
not. He's
James.
not exactly
Wasn't
Johnny
really
for starters.
bad.
He's not exactly attacker, but yeah, it can happen. Obviously,
Reece James
like,
has got how many goals for us?
Yeah, he can shoot. He can shoot. And
Right,
he missed
right.
that one chance. He had
Right,
one
so,
chance though.
So in a wing back system, you expect your wing backs to score goals.
Yeah, but he only had one chance though in that game.
Depends.
Yeah, all right.
Mount had three
that one
chances, though. He
chance, and
missed
then he had the
two,
one he
scored one.
scored. What's the problem?
Wait, Mount
One
had more
out of
chances
two
than
is
Reece
pretty
James
good
that
for
game.
me.
Mount should
Do you know what I
have
mean?
If Reece James had like 3-4 chances, I bet.
One out of two is a very good conversion rate
Lewandowski
for me.
style. Let's move
No,
on, guys.
yeah,
Like, why
yeah.
are we
Because
talking about
apparently every forward scores on every opportunity, don't they? Apparently, the way you're going, the way you want to cook, every attacker
Hold on,
scores
wait,
every
wait.
chance they get, right?
Can I ask?
Oh, right.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Let me ask you a
they don't.
question.
I thought
What's the
exactly,
point of this?
exactly.
What's the point of all these arguments? Like, is it that we don't think Mount was good, or what's the problem? Because I think Mount was okay.
No,
He scored a goal.
Yeah,
But I don't
that's
think he
about
was
it.
the best than ever.
I think he was
That's
like
That's
okay.
what we were
That's
saying.
about it.
That's what we were saying.
Like,
There's
yeah,
nothing to
that's
talk
about it.
about,
Saying
Mount.
he was
There's honestly
Nobody
nothing to
was
talk
saying.
about, but you don't
We
want
were
to
saying
keep
he
bringing
made
him
the
up.
bet.
I've
He
said
made
I want to
the
Bro,
move on, and
finish
he
you're
the
was
game.
good, but you're
talking
acting like
about
he was
him.
Hazard carrying
I'm
us.
going
Like,
to defend if I hear
he
nonsense.
was okay.
Right? I will defend it.
Yeah,
Bro,
Yeah?
you,
So
man,
if you
you're
want
a
to move
huh?
on, if everyone wants to move on then. Move on.
Yeah, cool.
There's
Nah,
nothing
it's
to
not
talk
a-
about
well,
now. He was our best player.
I mean, look,
End of.
okay. In the front three, he was the best out of the front three. Pulisic sucked. I mean,
he was
I'm
the
a
best
big
out of
fan of Pulisic,
But
but
it's not
he was the
Pulisic's
best
fault.
out of
He was
the
playing in a
worst
false
front
nine.
three.
He's not a false
nah,
nine.
that's not false
Nah,
nine.
Yeah, but it's not
sorry,
his
man.
fault.
No,
Sorry,
That-
I
bro,
can't
But
go.
everyone
listen,
uses the
listen.
word.
What do you
Bro,
expect? Yeah.
stop.
What do you
Let
expect
me
if you're
say
pumping
something, Johnny.
balls
Hold
to a
up, bro.
4-foot player?
1
What
second.
do
No,
you
but it
expect?
wasn't all in the air though. He had so
A lot
many
of it
Hey,
was,
passes.
Lewis.
yeah.
A lot
No,
of it
no, no, no,
was.
no, 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 no. He had so many passes on the ground,
Like,
and all
look,
he did
yeah.
was drop deep to receive, try and beat a player, whack them on the side of their hip, and go down for a foul. That's all he ever did.
I was going to say, for as
Mhm.
much as Kai Havertz has irritated me this season and last season with the fact he's not clinical, the one thing he does playing as a false nine, as people like to say, I don't think he is, but one thing he
keeps
likes
the
to do
ball
that he
in
does when he does
transition.
that is the link-up play, the moving into channels, the
Yeah, he does have that. He does have that, but he's more physical than
Let me
Pulisic.
finish. So then you get
He's more
that with
physical.
Kai, you get the little link-up play. You get the holding off of player, and I understand Pulisic can't do that to just the size, but it's the link-up play. It's the little interchange. Pulisic offered none of that. Against Juve, we saw it. He could do it. Against Juve, he was doing everything you want a false nine to do in terms of the link-up play, the little interchange here and there. He just didn't have the end product, and people said he was a passenger. I disagree. Last night, he did nothing that you want a false nine to do in terms of the link-up play. Nothing. He would get the ball. He would backtrack. He would progress us further towards our own goal, then get fouled, and we'd have a free kick. That was the extent of him getting the ball every fucking time.
Which is not a bad thing, but I mean,
No, it's not. But there's no progression. It's
No,
like,
but it allows
if you're gonna
Everton to
create
go back
anything
into
from
their
those free kicks,
defensive
that's
shape
fine.
when you get a free kick.
If you
yeah,
create
but
stuff
like-
from those free kicks, that's fine. But we never created anything from any free kick.
I understand.
So
but
then-
like,
Everton wanted to give the free kick. They wanted that.
Everything to get back to defense, like you were saying, it was not just from Pulisic. A lot, like I've always been complaining, our counter attack is slow. We don't know how to like move, and straight to the other opponent's goal. I mean, how many times do we have a counter attack and Ruben will take the ball and instead of him passing forward, he holds it for too long, goes in a circle, then passes sideways, or anybody or Jorginho too. It's been a problem, but like I said, I expect more from Pulisic because when he plays with USA, he has this it factor, like I'm the man, I'm taking it over. But when he plays with Chelsea, he's just so timid. He's just so in the mix with everybody. And it was like,
How
he has
many
so much
games has
talent.
Pulisic
I
had
don't know what the
leading up to
problem
this
is with
game?
him.
Not
He
as
to
many
me,
as
he's like
Mount.
one of. What did you say?
How many games has Pulisic had going into this game?
Look,
How many games
it's
has he
not
played
it's
before?
not all about that, bro.
No,
He's
no, but
fit.
that's
He's
a major
fit and he's
factor.
100%. He's a professional football player.
I know,
this is
bro,
what
but
he
it's
does.
still
I'm
a
not saying
factor.
I'm not saying that he should have 10
Exactly.
goals
All of
already.
a sudden, it's a factor, not when it's time to finish the
If a
chances.
player hasn't played for 2-3 games and you throw him in, they're not just gonna magically get their form, are they?
Yo, they train.
Training's
This is not
different
just
to
about
playing
2-3
games,
games.
bruv.
They train
Training's
like
you can
they
train
play
all day,
every
but
day.
if you're not
That's
playing
it.
competitive
That's how they
games, how
train.
can you
This
get
is
your match
professional
sharpness,
sports, bro.
We
It's not
can't.
about no. When you're on the bench in Chelsea, you're ready to come in. It's not about 2-3 games. I'm a Pulisic fan. Listen, like, bro, I am. But I'm trying to tell you, he needs to produce more.
Without playing competitive games, you can't be thrown into a game. You need momentum, bruv. Every player does.
Man, you tripping,
bro.
You don't
Every
know
player
professional
does,
sport.
bruv.
You don't know professional sports.
Bruv, if you've played football,
I have played
and you've had an
football, my
injury,
bro,
and
I've
you're
played
not
other
playing
sports.
competitive
It's
games,
not
bruv,
about
and you're
football.
just
It's
thrown in,
sports.
are you going to be on top form straight away?
It's not about
No,
being
you're
on top form. It's by showing something, bro. It's not about being on top form.
And you're played
not
out of
everybody in the league
position.
is on top
And
form.
you're played out of
Not
position.
everybody in the league is 100%.
But you're played out of
Just
position
stop.
on
What
top
you
of
mean?
that. On
Bro,
top of that, you're
when
played
you
out of position.
How much is to remove a
Pulisic,
person from the stream? It's still £100.
£500 for Johnny, bruv.
We don't do that.
£500 in sterling for me to come off this stream and lower my blood pressure because you lot are raising it too fucking high, bruv.
Scott, what were you gonna say?
Since Pulisic has come back, he has been a part. He has played a part in every single game that he has been back for, bar the Leeds game. Since he's come back,
like and bro, it's not
I don't want to hear
like,
this.
Monster wants to jump on.
Since he's come back from injury, he's played every single game bar one. He's had minutes in every single game bar one.
Look,
I'm talking about the last
right?
2 games.
And you're right.
Is he?
And you're right too. Game time helps, but don't act like these guys don't train.
You want someone to come on?
As a
Oh, yeah,
full
so I
90
thought- I
minutes.
thought
Has he
you
had
were
a
here,
full 90
Cam, not
minutes?
for
He
me.
hasn't. He hasn't had a full
Yeah,
90
except he's
minutes.
shouting.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
He needs to be better. Like Like
Josh
you
here?
hear
Exactly.
things
I'm
like
not
he's not
asking.
happy at Chelsea,
I
he's
don't
not
think
happy
Josh is
with the
here.
game time.
All right, cool.
He
I'll
needs
drop
to be
Josh
better.
out.
He's wearing that
Also
number
as well,
10
What
shirt.
about Ziyech? Does Ziyech need to be any better?
Right,
What
I'm
about
gonna
Yeah,
put
Ziyech?
this in it, bro.
Hold
was
on,
decent
man.
this game in the first half. It's only
Oh,
fucking
he
Don't
was
give me that
attacking
decent.
nonsense
shit.
question, bro.
He was
Can I
terrible,
land
man.
first?
The
Of
guy's
course he
I'm
was.
an
He
Of
wasn't that
course
bad.
he was. Of course he
he's so
was.
frustrating to
Scott,
watch.
you're not
Ziyech,
gonna
bro.
win the battle. The guy just
I
Absolutely
Guys,
shocking.
let's move on.
Yeah, of course he was. Anyway,
He's shocking.
all I'm
Ziyech was
asking,
not that
He's
bad.
he's not Chelsea
all I'm
quality.
We need a
asking,
three-man situation,
Ziyech is not
Justin.
Chelsea
all I'm
quality.
asking from Pulisic this game, like I said, all I'm asking from Pulisic this game is to have decent link-up play as playing as a false nine. If you're an attacker playing for Chelsea and you can't have decent link-up play, then what the fuck are you doing at my club?
I need but I need him to be our number 10. The guy, like when you're on the pitch, Pulisic is on the pitch, like what he used to do under Lampard.
But you can't do that without a striker,
It
bruv.
just
You need a
feels like
striker,
he's
bruv.
just so
Oh my
timid.
days, yes you can.
You can't. He can't play false nine. He can't
He
do
did it against Juventus.
He can't do it. He can sometimes do it,
against
but he
Juve.
can't do it, especially against,
Did it against Juve.
fucking a physical side like Everton,
Leicester
bruv,
as well.
who are low blocking, bruv.
Juventus
Who's
is not
low
a physical
blocking.
team. Juventus is not a physical team.
Oh my god!
How many times has Hazard played false nine? And he ain't been good.
Juventus is not physical team.
Oh my life, this fucking.
Did you just say that?
I ain't no fucking idiot. Watch your mouth.
You are.
You
Watch
just
your
said
mouth, man.
Yo, that man, bro.
We've had enough beef, please.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? You lot expect to pull blood out of a stone with this lineup, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You expect
Not even. I
Tuchel-
don't expect
you
him to
expect-
be-
I can't expect one of
listen,
my
What are you
attackers
talking about,
to have
bro?
decent
We contended-
movement and
don't you
decent
see the
link-up
race
play.
we're in?
I'm sorry,
Don't
my
you see the
standard
race?
is that fucking high.
Don't you see the title race, bro?
Oh,
We're in the
fucking
title race.
days.
What are you talking
I
about?
know, but don't you see it? We cannot be playing like this because
you lot are
Man
so
City and Liverpool
reactionary,
are not
man.
slowing down.
It's laughable. It's
It's
laughable.
laughable that we could not score those chances against such a bad team Everton had.
Bruv, Jorginho needs rest, bruv, and we can't rest him.
Jorginho needs to
Ruben
go
Loftus
fuck off
Cheek
back
ain't
to
brought the
Italy for
minerals,
all I
bruv. He
care.
ain't good enough in the pivot, bruv. Yeah? So, what do you expect us? How do you expect us to play? We didn't have Christensen on the pitch. And that's why we conceded the goal. Hold on a fucking second, bruv. Stop interrupting. 1 second,
This white
bruv.
Tuchel is being
You
paid
ain't
the
telling
big
me
bucks.
cannot
He has to
we didn't
figure
have
it out.
Andreas Christensen on that pitch to have the aerial threat
Bro,
to
Johnny,
defend
man, you
those
don't
fucking
let
that
niggas
goal,
talk.
bruv.
Yes,
We had
bro.
Aspilicueta, bruv.
Big
Yeah?
up
Let's have it
Monster,
right.
bro.
When we had
Big
Trevor
up Monster.
Chalobah come on, we looked
Get
much
this
better
monster out of
defensively.
here, man.
Much better. All right? But there are
Get outta
reasons
here,
for
man.
this. There are reasons, and
I got
Tuchel
something-
is
hey, I
forced
got
to
something-
play the plays he
I
plays.
got something to show you.
Right, guys. Big up Dinishan saying we should have
got
brought Dzeko instead of Lukaku. Hell no, but I appreciate the donation anyway. Yes, Monster, what are you telling me, bro? You all good?
Bro, these men, I'm tired, bro. Like, if we're being honest here, the whole attack is poor. Like, yesterday, although Mount did get the goal, he should
Don't
score
say
his
it, Monster.
chance.
Don't
No,
fucking say it, bro.
Oh,
You
listen,
see,
listen.
why are you interrupting people?
Let me just finish here. Although he did score, he should have scored his chance. Reece James had a chance, he should have scored. Rudiger, he had a free header. I think it was back post, should have scored. Who else was there? Pulisic, I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do some flick or whatever. Should have scored. Like,
behind him.
It's just tiring watching all this crap and these guys doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's frustrating. Me personally, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Chelsea, the board and their recruitment. It's been so poor down the years. It's starting to come back and haunt us now. This team, it just needs a whole new refresh. I'm talking
This
about.
is too reactionary, Monster, bruv. I'm
It's
sorry,
not,
man.
it's not,
It's
bro,
too
it's not.
reactionary.
It's
We were
not
forced.
reactionary.
We were forced to play Barkley, Sol. We're forced to play Alonso. These are
hold on,
deadwood
Johnny,
players, yeah.
these-
But we've
wait,
got no
Johnny,
other
wait.
choice, bro.
Johnny, these are the same. But
We've
these are
got
the
no
same
other choice.
issues. Hold on. These are the same issues that we've been dealing with for the past 3 or 4 seasons now. Listen, even take away today, Burnley, Man United, we had over 70 chances, 70 shots on goal. and scored 3 goals. Do you know how disgusting that is? If we're being honest, because I see people blaming Tuchel and the system and blah blah. If you put Liverpool and Man City's attackers in the same positions where these guys were, they're scoring more goals. They're scoring. They're from the chances we have alone.
I don't know
They're
about that.
scoring.
All right, well, I'm going to use the same energy for Havertz.
Hold on.
Them City boys be missing.
Listen, hold on. You can use the same energy goes to Havertz, and with Lukaku, I give him a chance because
we give him a chance. We give Lukaku a chance.
The reason why the reason why I give Lukaku a chance.
Be respectful. Let him finish.
He's barely played, so there's not a big enough sample size to even judge Lukaku on, innit? But like I said, 75 shots over 3 games, 75, and these guys scored 3 goals. That's poor. That is outrageous. That is just disgusting. I can't even blame Tuchel for that. I don't know. That's just straight on the attackers, isn't it? Because we're creating chances. 20-something chances yesterday. In the first half alone, I think it was 13 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Saul wasn't there in the first half, and we had 20 chances in the first. So you can blame Saul, whatever. You can blame your mama for all I care. But those freaking 3 should have scored, and not all 3 had as good of a chances against as a specific one.
All right, so we're expecting
why do we mention Redneck? Why are we mentioning the 15 goals
they get?
The game was,
That's what we're expecting. Because Rudiger had 1, Reece James had 1, Ziyech had 1.
Reece James is probably the worst.
Mount had 2 and he scored
Mount
1.
had 3.
So we're expecting. Hold on a minute. We're expecting our forwards to have one shot, 1 kill. That's what we're expecting. Right. It doesn't work in football like that.
Johnny,
it doesn't
you're
work
right.
like that.
Johnny, you're right. It doesn't necessarily work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Man City would tend to disagree with you.
Wait,
I
Johnny,
don't care about Man City and I don't care about Liverpool. Those players,
but there are competitors. There are competitors, and they bury their chances, and we don't.
Johnny, you have to care about them. You know.
No, but they have consistent lineups,
bro. They are rivals. They're the ones we're competing with for the title, and they can bury their chances, and we cannot.
Yes, Lewis,
That's
I
the
agree
biggest
they
difference
can.
between
But
us and
their
them.
players have played with each other for the last 4 or 5 seasons. We
So
haven't.
we're champions of Europe,
We haven't.
Listen,
and that's a fact.
The standards. Listen, the standards of the
But
club.
it's not one shot kill, bruv. It don't work like that.
The standards of the club were supposed to be the Reece James chance, the Mount chance, even the Rudiger chance. They've got to do better. Like you have to. You'd be lying to us, bro. Like look at. I don't want to pick out Mount because obviously he's our best attacker right now. So I'm not even gonna. Don't take this as I'm scapegoating him or anything in it. But that chance to Pickford shouldn't. I'm sorry, he should not be making that save. He should not. It was open net. Do you know what I mean? It was a complete open net for Mount to just pass it into, and I don't know how Pickford saved it. Like he should have.
He had a great performance yesterday. He did have a great performance.
He did, but this is the problem. Why are we
sometimes?
He had a great performance, and that's true. But why are we always allowing these goalkeepers to have great performances?
I don't look at that Mount chance. I look at like the Reece James 1-on-1. Ziyech couldn't even get it on target.
1-on-1 as well.
Johnny, that's the problem.
He scored the goal,
Guys, hold on.
He scored the goal.
Let's have some balance.
No one else is scoring. Do you know what? Yeah, we spent 230 million. Yeah, we spent 230 million. And Mount's outscored every single one of them. Collectively.
Whoa, dude, like what?
Collectively.
Johnny, do you know what?
Havertz, Pulisic, and Lukaku.
For me,
Johnny,
7 more goals. 7 goals.
One step. Before anyone else goes off, big up Henry saying Mount deserves the least amount of criticism as his goals were crucial. Overall, our front line is shit and should seriously consider a lot while they have resale. No one is overly criticizing Mount. I'm just saying he is up to the same amount for some of his finishing as opposed to everybody else. Everybody's finishing hasn't been good enough, but I can acknowledge Mount has got better.
I'm criticizing all of them. Like, although obviously Mount's our best attacker right now, he's been carrying us in it. But I have to criticize everyone almost the same way in terms of when you have chances, You've got to be burying
Take
these
it.
chances. And I'm not.
Yeah,
And I'm not.
told
Yeah,
you.
but,
And I'm
yeah,
not.
but then
Wait, let me just
on that
finish.
agenda,
come on,
Monster,
can
you're
I
saying
say
Mount's got to
something,
score
please?
2 goals then. 2 shots, 2
Yeah,
goals. It
you're
doesn't work like that.
It's not like that,
I'm
bro.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
he hasn't
it
won
doesn't
two
work
shots.
like that, bruv. Football is not like that. Salah doesn't score every chance he gets, every single one.
Listen,
No, you can have
I'm not
Ronaldo,
Johnny.
Messi. They
Johnny,
won't do that.
you're isolating. You're isolating Mount.
No.
Out
But
of
I'm
everyone, I
saying
have.
Mount was by far the best player.
Johnny,
By far, the one that had us in the game to win the game. It was our frailty
Johnny,
and everything in the game that cost us.
Let me just finish.
Get your dick out of his ass, bro.
You're
There's
isolating
no neck in
Mount.
anyone's arse, bruv.
I
Just
swear
back
down
the
it.
best player, bruv.
Let
Certain
Monster,
someone
lad.
missed
Let
his
The best
Monster,
player,
lad.
bruv.
Come on.
Please.
Johnny,
Stop.
you're
Everyone stop. There you go.
Oh my
You're
God.
isolating Mount. I'm not. You see this criticism I'm giving. I'm not giving it to just Mount. I'm talking. I mentioned Mount. I mentioned Reece James. I
Yeah, but
mentioned
there's no need to
Rudiger.
bring up Mount.
Pulisic.
Monster. You can bring up the others, but there's no need to bring up Mount.
Oh,
By you bringing up Mount,
Why?
you're expecting him to
Why? You're
score
not
2
listening.
goals, bruv. That's what you're expecting.
Go
It's
on.
not about
Please,
No.
Mute.
But on that point of, they're not clinical enough, they should take their chances. Well, out of everyone else had 1 shot, right? 1 chance out of all of our attackers of the 4 or 5 best chances, right? Mount had 2, and he scored 1 of them, which is an amazing conversion rate. If that was Lukaku, everyone would be like, "Oh, he's a striker. Strikers miss opportunities."
Johnny,
Well, that applies to everyone in our front line
Wait,
who
wait,
ain't
wait,
a fucking
wait, wait.
striker, bruv.
Listen.
That's it.
I'm not saying Mount has to score 2 chances or
No,
whatever.
there's no need
I'm
to bring
saying,
up Mount. There's just
I'm
no
saying
need, bruv.
if the ball, if you're in a position to score in a certain position, you've got to put the ball in
And
the
he
back of
did.
the net.
He did. He scored.
And missed.
Bro,
Right.
You're
not gonna win
Before
this fight.
you guys
You
go,
can. You can.
Bab,
Look,
just
you
before you
can.
go, just before you go, AV says Mason Mount wastes his chances always. How can you compare a right back with an attacking mid who's supposed to be the next Lampard? Lampard would have already scored 3. Well, again, acknowledge that his end product is getting better, but there still is work to be done, and we need to acknowledge that as well.
He's 22 years old.
Bye-bye.
Build a team for Lukaku.
Bye-bye.
It's
and he will win us the
500.
league.
It's 500.
Lukaku is the best player on the
No,
Chelsea
it's
squad.
500.
And
Nah, 500, bruv. Sorry, mate.
oh fuck!
It's $100. Bye
We've
bye.
done it again.
It's a 500. It's a
No, it's
500.
500, bruv. I've said it from the start, bruv.
500. It's 100 for everybody.
500, bruv, for Johnny, bruv. 500 for Johnny, bruv. That's how it goes. That's the going rate, bruv. That's the going rate for me.
What do you mean 500?
500, not $100, not $400, £500, bruv. £500 for Lewis. Yeah. You can all contribute, bruv. Everyone put down 100 each, another 400.
Johnny, Johnny,
£500, bruv.
Johnny, I'm sorry, man. But
nah, man. No.
Bye-bye.
It's 500, bruv.
This is a bit of a sticky one still.
That's
isn't
not
it?
even if you convert that, that's not even £100.
Sorry, bro.
Bruv.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
not even £100. That's dollars, bruv.
My guy, Johnny. Any final words, my guy?
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Mason Mount is going to be a bigger legend than John Terry and Lampard. So suck on that. How about that? Yeah. And he's the only player. He's the only player. Check this. He's the only player to score 4 consecutive games of Premier League since Eden Hazard, who's been our best player. Mason Mount carries Chelsea Football Club. He's our future captain, leader, and damn right going to be a legend.
Hey, you
bruv.
bring all the abuse on this.
I hear all
There's
of
no
that.
abuse to bring, bro. Anyone who doesn't agree is just a fucking attention seeker, bro.
Johnny?
They never got breastfed by their mum, innit?
Johnny, never finished his
Guys, take his
sentence.
tongue out of his arsehole and then
That's where we go, bro. That's where we go, bro.
Big up yourself, man. Love every time. Appreciate
Yeah, up
you.
the Middles
man.
FC, man. Don't get sucked in by this bangers and mash waffle on here, bro.
Oh shit!
Bangers and mash waffle, bro.
No worries. No worries, bro. But take care.
You reinstated him.
You can't.
Off you fuck.
Wait.
Johnny.
AV says talking over others with no logic makes you tight.
Reinstate Johnny.
Man said reinstate Johnny. You're taking a piss, man. He's already gone though. So
No.
130 pounds for nothing.
it is what it is.
He paid for it.
Yes, Josh. What are you saying, man? You're good.
So let Johnny land these minerals, man.
Fucking
No.
hell, man. That's ridiculous.
Listen, like I was saying, yeah, they got to finish their chances. Like it does anger me at times. I'm tired of just speaking on it because these guys, I just don't know. It's just that their immaturity in front of goal is just it's getting to a point where Chelsea have to think and just think, do we have to reconsider some of these players? I would probably sell about 2 or 3 of them personally, and it's not even an agenda thing. I just don't think I'm just not sure they're the right fit or even good enough for this team personally. I'm tired. Like,
I tend to agree, Monster. For me, it would just depend on the replacements you bring in. But depending on the offer we got for at least 2 of them off the top of my head, I'd be tempted to sell. There's a third that I'm kind of hit and miss with because I'm liking what I see from him from time to time. But there's 2 at least that I'm just like so if we get a good enough offer, I can buy.
Another issue is I look at the news when it comes to Pulisic and how he wants to be in this team, or if we don't play him or blah blah, he wants to leave. And it's like, all right, cool, understandable. Then when you're playing, you're not really offering us enough. And then on top of that, it's just like you can't even be relied on, which is another problem because of his
come back, you little twat.
Because of his injury.
I see it in your eyes.
Hey, fun Lewis for the Club World Cup trip. Let's go, people.
Because of his injury history, because of his injury history, we can't even rely on him as well. And it's just like, bro, like you have to offer us more. He's not.
Are we gonna judge him when he plays striker though? Like, are we gonna put him to that same standard that you like?
Like I was trying to say to Johnny earlier, I'm not expecting him to be like the best false 9 in the world. What it is for me is like just playing there. I expect basic things that I see from other players playing there. Like I expect a basic level of like movement and link up play. Like I'd expect that whether you're Pulisic or Ziyech or Mount or Havertz.
Scott,
or
can I say something before Johnny comes back?
We're not seeing the basics.
I know he's coming back. I see Fata making the calls.
Every single time he got the ball to feet, it was get the ball to feet, go towards our own goal, try and turn, get fouled. Yeah,
he was getting fouled a lot, bro.
But they were able to foul him. To begin with, it was a case of we were getting fouled because they couldn't handle us. Then it became a point they were fouling us because that was the easiest thing to do. We weren't creating anything from free kicks, so they foul us. It completely ends our attack, and we just have a free kick that went nowhere.
Yeah.
So they were.
Can I say something real quick before Johnny comes in? Look, guys, I really like. I thought Mountains did okay, did good. So did Pulisic. I think did okay. The problem in this specifically front 3 was not the problem how they played. It was one big problem, not finishing, right? Mm-hmm. The problem how they played because they created so many chances. So this part was good, but the finishing part was the problem. Not how they moved, not how they created. The finishing part. That was the problem.
Especially Reece James.
Exactly.
Right?
So Reece James and Mount should have scored. That's the problem.
I think he should at least be on target. I would go that far.
That's what I'm saying.
No, hold on.
We cannot rely on wing backs to score.
Wait.
That's not the point. It was such a good chance.
No, you cannot say you can't rely on him. He's shown that he's a reliable scorer.
I don't want to rely.
He's shown a reliable scorer, right?
We shouldn't rely on
a few days ago, we were talking about
one at a time, guys. One at a time.
We talked about Lukaku.
Where were you one at a time when Johnny was here yelling? Lewis.
I said one at a time. You couldn't hear me.
Yeah, he did say one at a time.
Listen, we talked about Lukaku. We talked about our goal scoring problem, right? And people said without Lukaku, we play more fluid. And I said from time, we can play more fluid all we want, but these misses are going to happen because these guys are young. Always going to happen.
I actually don't. I didn't.
For a striker.
You lot are right.
And I said, if your idea is you're relying, and I was mentioning to Johnny, this is where we made that bet, Redneck. We made that bet. If you're going to rely on Mason Mount to always score for you, you're not winning the fucking league. You can argue, you can say he has to score this goal, whatever you want, and can agenda all you want. He's 22, he's not winning you the fucking
agenda,
league.
Man.
Listen, what I'm saying? All I'm saying is
you lot are right.
The only way we can win a game, if the only way we can win a game is him being perfect on goal, we're not winning this freaking league.
Do you think Man should have scored the goal?
Of course he should have scored that goal.
That's all.
I also think he made up for it by scoring.
Look, hold up. We Mount, right? I know we talk about Mount and everything, but I feel like with Mount, Johnny's like trying to see it as the extreme, right? With Mount, I feel like
Exactly.
if he had scored the goal that he missed, we would have been here even praising him more as the man for Chelsea. Wow, dude, he's stepping up. So we actually want him to score that goal, but he's making it seem like we have an agenda on Mount. Like, oh look, we're just waiting for him to miss a goal so we could talk shit about him, which is not the truth. I wanted him to score that goal because you could see he's catching fire. He has 7 goals in the Premier League now. I wanted it to be 8, and that goal would have been clutch. Like, what do you know? It ended up 1-1. If he had scored that goal, would have been 2-1. That would have been a clutch goal for Mount. And that's why we just need someone to step up. It's not like,
Babs, hold on. The goal he did score was clutch.
Wait, Daniel, just before you go off, I gotta read a few of these. Rokar says when Lukaku is 20 years old, he might have had 50 goals in the Premier League. Even today, after 3 years, he has more goals than Salah in the Premier League, also has an MVP and a Serie A title. Lukaku is the best player in the Chelsea squad, but we just aren't getting the best out of him, which we've already understood that. But big up yourself anyway. It also says Chelsea will win the league if Lukaku scores 18 goals. It's that simple. No, not with Liverpool and Man City, especially with all the ground that we've lost now, because they're now starting to develop runs and we look like the weakest out of the 3 of them. And half the reason is because we can't figure out what our best attack is. We shouldn't have been wanking off over Haaland for months, but here we are in it. Yours also says, who would you sell, Monster? I think it's just out of the Chelsea squad, but
Can I start a new conversation? I think we need it done with this first half. The first half is done. It's it. Let's go to the second half. Mount scored clutch goal, by the way. Still, let's not forget that. Mount scored a clutch goal. He still scored the first, and it was 1-0. So I'll credit Mount for doing that, and he did it. So now the second half comes in. When we conceded the goal, James is fouled for the foul. The problem is
that fake foul.
The problem is the foul was so back. It shouldn't be a threat at any point. The people saying that James should not foul the guy. He didn't mean to use accidental cross in the legs. Now on the set pieces, it was a Saul personal foul, and that's how we conceded. So it's individual thing again that hurt us. We'll least agree on that. So we're facing 1-1 situation with 15 minutes to go, and that's where my agenda starts. With the freaking fraud of number 3 Ballon d'Or, because all of a sudden he decides, stop all this creativity we had in the first half, 20 chances, and start juggling his balls when he's in the middle, and all a pivot start to be really, really slow. That's my problem with Jorginho. We start slow to get to the game. Every pass was slow. Every how you say it, 1-2 was slow. I'm not saying the front is not at fault for opening, but sometimes when you're in the 90th minute and you're chasing to win the game, I don't want him to juggle with the ball. I want somebody to hoof the fucking ball into the box and see what happens, because him running slow ain't gonna improve anything.
He's trying to pass sideways.
Exactly.
I see what you're talking about. In that moment in time, the ball has some. I mean, look at the final minute of the game, like 94th minute. We're still passing sideways. Like, why is the ball not getting in the box? Like, I was just wondering what's going on. We're not even trying to score. We're trying to control the game.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a mixture of both, because there was some times I saw Chalobah pick the ball up and he's looking forward, and there's not a single man making any sort of fucking move in front of him.
Well, and I think Chalobah was hesitant to cross the ball as well too, probably because he's not the one who should be. He's probably not the one who should be crossing the ball.
There is no point us crossing the ball. Look who we had on the pitch up front. There's no point us crossing the ball.
Let's start the topic about Saul, though.
Look at when Saul had the ball.
I know, Monster. I know it was Saul, but it was that. It's like a poker. It's about percentage and chances. If you have a ball at your feet in your own half, there's no fucking chance you're gonna score whatsoever. Whoever is not, you can hit up front and you can get the corner kick. You can get something.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Listen though, but you're right. I think the play towards the end of the game after we conceded the goal was completely disgraceful. But then it's like when what Josh said as well. When what Josh said as well is that when Chalobah had the ball, looked into the box like how many times, and there was completely no one there. Even when I think it was from a corner where Saul had the ball, and he literally just played it out and was like smiling.
And so much time.
And was smiling afterwards.
He had he could put the ball back in the box. He just missed it and put it in the stands.
And was talking about Saul. Oh, I'm telling you, man. After he did that right there, it was over. Like, take this guy back wherever he came from. Like Atletico Madrid, I don't even think they want him back.
He wasn't the only one. There was a moment that the commentators brought up where, and this goes back to my point of there's no point in lumping it into the box. Ziyech asked for the ball to feet in between the lines, and Chalobah just tries to like lump it forward to him in the air. And he's like, no, play it to my fucking feet. Like, I'll deal with it after you play the ball into my feet, but play it into my feet, and we're not like.
Monster, can I ask, not Monster. Can I ask everybody a question?
Even Tuchel has to do something about off-ball game. That's what I have to say.
Can I ask everybody?
Lewis, take that off the screen, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, come on, Lou. We already had enough yesterday, man.
Can I ask something? Can I ask you guys a question? Even in the first half, how the creativity come from a center backs that threw passes through the middle? Do you know those zip passes between the lines? How is that ACB's doing, not a midfielder?
Because I think it's an instruction from Tuchel that Thiago Silva has a very good passing range. That's it. I think it's an instruction from Tuchel. That's why I remember. I can't remember that game that we didn't have very good possession of the ball at the back, right? And what's his name? Tuchel brought in Thiago Silva to be that player because I think that's his instruction too. Because he has a very good passing range. I think that's the reason why Tuchel uses his more as like the ball. The ball distributor and everything.
Yeah, but I think unless you have
doing that too.
Yo,
but...
how was
I think just before you go, you got a few more to go through. Rokar says Pulisic has to be sold on December midnight. We got plenty of players to get through before we even get to Pulisic, bro. Honestly, Felipe says we need someone that would man up and take the shot from outside the box. Our stats from outside the box have to be one of the worst in the league for the past 3 seasons.
No
and I get that, but when everyone sits deep and plays low blocks against us because they know we can't break it down, what's the point of long shots when we're just going to get blocked all the time? Like I saw a stat going about Ruben saying he's had 48 shots and he hasn't scored from a single one, but this guy, half of his shots are blocked because there's someone in front of him. So it's like, what can he do? Lanre says the system is not improving any of our forward players. Why are we not looking at Tuchel? He is paid to find a solution, not to keep doing the same thing. Because I honestly think it's the players in the system, to be honest.
The thing is,
we don't have
Lewis, 100%.
With the low block thing,
Tuchel has to come with a solution too. Why do we play with this system against what you call it, a low block team? It's obviously not working. We don't have an answer for it.
It's the system is fine. It's the players in it.
Yeah, we don't have the midfield to change. We don't have the
midfield. We said this before we bought Lukaku. I said this on the channel like last season. The best way to break down low blocks is either is by creating space in between their centre backs or their midfielders. And you do that with but you do that with quick passing that drags players out, or with dribblers or players that are gonna drag a player towards them to create space for someone else. And so far in the game yesterday, especially in the second half after we conceded, there was no one with any sort of movement and there was no sort of pace on the ball on which we're passing.
It's so much of the off-ball movement, like I'm saying. I don't like.
Scott, don't you think that we screamed out loud that we need someone to drag defenders out yesterday? We do need someone to.
Well, hold up.
I know you say, but then the players that we've got that are meant to be able to do that weren't doing it.
But look, I'll say one thing, right? We could all say that, but have you noticed no striker works very well in this system? Like, I mean, the strikers are not going to score a lot of goals in this system. It's just how it's going to be. So I feel like the same thing that's plaguing Lukaku right now, because I'm not going to be here and say Lukaku is trash. I'm not going to be here and say Lukaku is not a very good striker, because he's shown in everywhere he has gone to that he's a good striker. So I just feel like Tuchel has to come with a solution to what is going on. Why can't we bring the best out of our forward? Do we need wingers now? Like, and our off-ball movement, like if you remember, like Conte used to do. Go ahead,
Babs. We spent about 250 mil on these forwards, right? We're not selling them yet.
No, I didn't say nothing about selling them.
No,
I didn't say nothing about selling. I'm saying, but Tuchel has to find a solution in the sense that you got to bring the best out of them. It's just how it works as a coach, as a manager. You have to do that.
Yeah, these players are top. They're players for top 4, man. It ain't no Premier League.
Bro, we could say that, right?
Monster, you keep saying that. You keep saying all that. It's not Tuchel. It's this and that. What system does Ten Hag play?
Why are you asking, bro?
I'm just
Why are you
asking
asking about Ten Hag?
He wants to put you in a corner so you will not. You know what he's doing, man.
He's trying to fuck you over.
If you didn't
probably
know
go
what
study.
he
He's
was
probably
doing,
going to be seeing this soon. That's what I'm saying, man. We're talking about all this bullshit about. Listen, if you don't get these guys to work, Ten Hag is going to be here by the end of the freaking season. Guaranteed.
Exactly.
These guys are not going to get sold. Don't deceive yourself. They're not.
No,
gonna get
I'm not.
sold.
No one's
You're
talking
gonna get
about
fired.
selling. I mean, I wasn't saying shit about selling, right?
I'm talking about Tuchel. If he doesn't figure out how to,
I'm talking about Tuchel. Tuchel has to
get Lukaku scoring goals.
Yes.
Ten Hag will come here and play his 4-2-3-1. I promise.
I don't think Ten Hag will come.
By the end of the
He's
season,
looking to go to Man City.
That's simple.
What he's saying is, if these guys don't start firing soon, Tuchel's job
Yeah, I
on the
agree.
line.
I agree.
Because at the end of the day,
it's easier to get rid of the one person than get rid of 11.
Let's remember. I'm not bringing Lampard up,
with that being said, they're gonna keep getting rid of managers over. Well, we're doing it anyway, but we're gonna keep doing it over.
No, look. I am not trying to. Tuchel, look, get rid of Tuchel should not even be. Why is that even a conversation right now? It shouldn't even be. But we need Tuchel to find a solution. He's an intelligent coach. He's so smart. I know he's a thinking type coach.
Bro, we can
just sit down and
Chelsea,
think. Why is our
Chelsea Babs? We can say people can say, oh yeah, we shouldn't be thinking about Tuchel, this and that. But we know. Do we not know who our board is?
No. Look, bro. Whatever happens. I'm not the board. I'm not going to fire him. I'm not going to hire him. But I'm saying, from my opinion, from what I'm saying, right, is that firing Tuchel does not make any sense because he's a world-class manager. And I'm not like he's world class. If you fire him, another club will pick him in 2 seconds.
Yeah, they will.
Of course. But we've seen Roman Abramovich. We've seen Roman Abramovich sack. If for people that don't know, the reason, one of the biggest rumors out there is the reason why Roman Abramovich sacked Mourinho when Mourinho was at his height was just a pride thing. Mourinho asked him.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Listen,
bro, it wasn't just price because we're not doing this.
It's not even.
I know it's for fact.
Mourinho left. You look at the way
Mourinho left.
Well, let me just finish. But that's the rumors. The rumors was Mourinho told him you cannot sack me, and he sacked him on the spot. We've seen Chelsea do the craziest things. Listen, someone said here.
Craziest thing, but that's not the reason he got
Someone said it here. Someone said it here that it's easier. I think it was Redneck. It's easier to what's it called, to get rid of the manager than certain players. Yep. If you're Chelsea and if you're being honest, you have to get rid of it's these. We've been with some of these players. We've been with a lot of these players for years and years and years.
Bro, these players are young though. These players are like 22.
No.
Monster's right. It's so hard to get rid of them, bro.
Monster's right.
Yeah, Alonso's the Saul. I understand.
No, it's not. It's not hard
to get rid of 22-year-old players.
Wait. It's not. What do you call it? It's not a thing where these players are young or blah. We can't get rid of them. We can. The problem is Chelsea will not take the loss. We should have got rid of Marcus Alonso a long time ago.
That's normal. But
it's not. This is man. Hold on.
He's a bum. He's been a bum.
Listen. This is what's been affecting us for years. When we had the chance. Let me finish.
Let him.
Guys, let him land.
We had the chance at one point to get rid of Michy Batshuayi for 40 mil, was it? Or how much was it at the time?
10.
We didn't do it.
Stinky player, man.
We had a chance to get rid of so many players, yet we continue to hoard them because we wanted more money. Now, this is a chance for this whether it's January or maybe not January, maybe the summer. You have to take a cut price for these players.
Well, that's another conversation for another day.
Before you go, I'll read Rokar saying people talking about Sal. Look at Pulisic for 3 years, sat on the hospital bench and didn't do nothing. But you guys talk about Lukaku. He's the best number 9 in the league, has MVP Syria, top scorer of the Everton and Belgium. Respect him. Says, hey Lewis, can you bring Johnny back? I feel bad. Okay, and no hate on Mount 2. Just thought the whole team was poor yesterday.
Alex,
There we go.
No.
Let's have
Can
it
I?
right.
Can I talk
still not
I gotta talk about what Monster said.
Broadcast says Lukaku isn't trash. You would have had 40 more goals in the Premier League. And then I'll ask, where is Salah? Lukaku is bigger and better than Salah. Bro, we ran this in the last stream as well, but keep spitting fire as well. It also says, only compare Lukaku to Benzema. I feel he will beat Benzema's record of goals, but not on trophies. Salah is older than Lukaku and still did not do shit. Give Lukaku 5 years, money to blow.
Listen.
Daniel says
right.
if it's second or I don't care,
like
fuck it, second or third, it is. We can't even beat Everton's C team. Don't even remind me.
Here's Monster. What actually?
Let me just say, because I've come back now.
Wait, Alex,
bruv, landing the minerals, bruv. You know what I'm saying? He knows ball, mate.
Johnny, one sec. Alex is gonna go off. Alex, go on.
Monster, about what you said, it is the rumors, but that's not what happened. I think what happened was Abramovich and Championship League at that point was obsessed about it, and Mourinho asking for the players to be playing in the Premier League. Abramovich wanted the Championship League at that point, so he wanted the players, like, you know what I'm saying, like fluent players. Like, remember who he brought, the donkey from Ukraine and stuff like that. Remember Shevchenko. Remember though. That's kind of things that pissed off Mourinho. Mourinho actually quit. He wasn't fired. That's number one. Second of all, people need to know about the board thing. Abramovich doesn't want 100% of Chelsea. He owns majority. He owns the biggest share. So not only he can get rid of the board. That's not what happens. People still owe. People owe 30%. People owe. That's the board. He cannot get rid of the board. He doesn't want
I'm not
100%.
asking him to.
No. That's what I'm saying. On the Tuchel part, the only thing, there's the clubs that do what, for example, Pep did. That's the reason why Pep never came to Chelsea. Because if Pep was going to come to Chelsea, he would have to get rid of 10 players. That's what he did at Manchester City. He pretty much cleared out from what's his name, Pellegrini, and start the new team. Chelsea will never give a chance to that to manager to get rid of all 11.
And to back Alex, he wanted Haaland and he got Lukaku because the board said we're going to get Lukaku. It's more financially feasible for us.
What you mean? Look, bro,
that's the bottom line, isn't it? Really, they haven't backed
Stop, not the board.
Johnny is actually right.
Bro, look, I watched the Lampard. If you watch the Lampard interview, he said it. He said it. Who makes the decision? He says the owner. Everything comes from Roman, not the board or whatever. Bro, you obviously have advisors on your cabinet, right? That's the board. But they advise him on things to do. But he's the one that makes the decision. He's the president, like the top guy. Every decision comes from Roman.
Of course, he makes the decisions.
So
he makes the decisions. But the money part is the club can stop. That's the decision. The money thing working. For example, on the Haaland thing, the money was stopped Abramovich. Abramovich wanted to put his own money. That's the only way we could have get it.
Well, because it just with the FFP and everything and just balancing the books. That's why it's an advice to Roman, like, yo, that's not a good idea. You know, we can't afford that in this time and time.
Do you think Abramovich is stupid and he doesn't know finances?
What do you mean, bro? It does not matter if he's stupid or not. He has people to advise him. What do you think one man could do everything without him having people to tell him the numbers and everything?
That's why Marina
One thing I would say is
Marina is there for football purposes, not for money.
If Chelsea had bought Haaland, I think we would still...
Are you freaking serious?
Yes, bro.
No. Hold on. Put the guy on the big screen and let's move repeat.
On. What's
Marina there for? What's Marina there for?
Marina is there for the football, for football things and the transfers. Not calculating money and what's, you know. No,
she's a negotiator, bro. She's a negotiator,
bro. It's what it is. You should go read. You should go research on her.
If she doesn't know about money, why is she negotiating?
It's not that she doesn't know about money. She's not the only one doing it.
If Chelsea had bought
transfers and everything.
If Chelsea,
go research on
wait,
Marina,
hold on.
Man.
If Chelsea had bought, listen.
Go just research on him. It's not even an important.
If Chelsea had bought Haaland, I still think we might still have the issues.
No chance.
Yeah, we would. We'd still have the same
Chelsea's
issues.
problems.
We would still have the same
Listen.
issues.
You want to talk about conversion rates? Look at that guy's
Chelsea's
conversion
problem
rate.
is
In the fucking Bundesliga, man.
In the
What do you
Bundesliga,
care?
Johnny, it's
He's
not
done
the
it
same.
Champions League as well.
Right, guys, let him finish.
Chelsea's problem is part of our issues. Obviously, is our finishing, and that is obviously if we brought in Haaland, obviously you could curb some of that. I can't even lie. But one thing people don't talk about is another part of our issue is our midfield. How easily we get bypassed. How easily they walk. Look at yesterday. How many times did Everton is just they're just not a good enough.
No Kovacic or Kante, bro.
Exactly.
Kante or Kovacic, bro. What do you expect?
Nothing to do with Kovacic. And here's the thing:
Our
you're going to say Kovacic when he
but
comes back.
Kante is world class. Like,
yeah,
you know
but
when
it's
he's
about
on the
having the
pitch.
depth. It's about having good enough people in depth. Like, look at.
Listen to
I know I
what-
You're
bring
not going
Tuchel
to
up,
have
but
world
as I
class
said
players
before,
as depth. You're just not going to have
Chelsea's
that,
problem
bro.
is
Hey,
not limited.
Again, go and look at other
Chelsea's
teams, and they
problem-
beg to differ.
Chelsea's
Who?
problem.
All right, take out Man City,
I'ma turn
Rodri,
your
Fernandinho.
mic up.
Who else they got?
Real
Who else
Madrid.
they got? Tell me.
Bayern.
Chelsea's problems
Who
are
else
not
they got?
limited to just the finishing. Our problem, the reason why we're conceding a lot of goals right now, is because of our midfield. They are bypassing our midfield as if, and I'm the biggest Jorginho fan, but they're bypassing our midfield as if Jorginho and Ruben, they're not even there.
They weren't doing it. Monster,
reactionary, bro.
They weren't doing it at the start of the season. Let's have it right. Only since the injuries.
Look at the
Only since
smile.
the injuries,
That's
bro.
reactionary as hell.
That's majorly reactionary. That's
You've
major.
seen the line.
No one was
You've
talking.
seen the
No
line.
one was talking
One
like
at a
this before.
time, people.
All of a sudden, we've drawn to Everton, and everyone's panicking now.
It is, bro.
It's not just the
But
one draw. If we had Kovacic, and we had Kante and Jorginho all at our disposal, there is no way we're getting bypassed in that midfield. No way.
I know.
You're
Listen,
right.
What's more
You're
important,
right.
guys, relax. What's more important
But
is
the
this.
reason why we
had
get
the best
bypassed
defensive
because of
record.
Johnny, relax. What's more important is this.
Daniel.
What formation does Ten Hag play, man? That's what I want to know.
Bro, what?
Forget Ten Hag, man.
This
Forget
nigga,
Ten
bro,
Hag.
you crazy.
I've been saying for the past few weeks.
What formation
weeks.
does he play?
Listen.
Daniel, you troll, man.
I've been saying for the past few weeks, Jorginho and Ruben in the midfield, it's not as effective as you lot think it really is.
Ruben's not a six, bruv.
What game did we start getting bypassed then? Like, what game did you
Anyone
like
can
say
tell
we
you
got to start getting
Ruben's not a
bypassed?
six, bruv.
He's
nowhere near a six.
From when
He's
Chile-
not in that position.
Look at the way he
He
plays
was
in
played
games.
there
So
because
hold
he
on.
had
So
not
from when Chile got hurt, we start getting bypassed. So how do you attribute
And
that
do you
to
know
the
what?
midfield?
If Tuchel's going to get sacked, I'll tell you the reason
bro,
Tuchel gets
it's like-
sacked. The reason Tuchel will get sacked is
can't
because
even-
if he has
You
Romelu
can't finish,
Lukaku
Master,
on the
you
bench,
can't.
100 million striker,
can't even
or he
make
has
the
a
full
Kai
point.
Havertz on the bench,
Yo,
80
Johnny,
million
relax,
player,
my
and
boy.
he's not playing them and they're not
Breathe.
delivering, then they're gonna sack Tuchel. He's the one that suffers. The players won't suffer. The
We
players
all
are there,
know-
bruv. They got 5-year contracts. Tuchel's he's in his 18-month contract.
We
So
all know
they'll
this.
get rid of Tuchel, bruv. And it'll be the
Listen.
hindrance. It'll be the hindrance of Lukaku and Havertz's price tags.
Okay. One
Right,
sec.
ignore me, bruv.
Johnny,
and I heard
one
you
sec,
talking
one
over
sec,
me.
Johnny.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bruv?
One sec, Johnny. Rokar says
Everyone,
the mineral.
everyone be quiet when
Johnny.
everyone else talks, and when I talk, it's
Johnny.
fucking everyone nitpicking. Do you know what I'm
Johnny.
saying? Let's keep the same energy here, bro.
1 second,
That's
please.
ironic.
Rokar says the minerals is Lukaku loves Chelsea more than anything. Respect him. He has the minerals to win Chelsea the trophy. If minerals are with Mount, we'll be in top 4. If minerals is with Lukaku, we will win the league. Also says Lukaku will be the Chelsea striker for minimum 5 years. There's no denying that. That's facts, to be fair. Build the team around Lukaku, and I still back him to be the top scorer in Chelsea. Once we do, you will see the real R9. But until then,
You're not going to build this team around Lukaku. I'm telling you now. This team,
Well, we're gonna have
this
to,
team,
innit, to
this
make it
formation
work.
does not suit Lukaku.
He's right,
Please, one at a time. I'm going to pin that as well. Daniel also says we have drawn to Burnley, drawn to United, lost to West Ham, drew to Everton. We have the better team. This isn't good enough to win the title. None of this play is good enough to win the title, and it's been the same problem for the last month, and we're running out of answers.
We're going to win the title.
Says,
this is where you're all missing it, bruv.
If Havertz is
Chelsea are
80
going to win the
million,
title, mate.
Johnny, 1 sec. He said if Havertz is 80 mil, then Lukaku should be $1 billion for his achievement. Okay, that's ridiculous.
Listen. Like I said, our midfield.
Nice
I was watching the Everton game, and I was looking at the counter attacks, and I said, if these guys just get one shot on target, it's gonna go in because they keep bypassing our midfield, and our midfield has been bypassed too many times in the last however many games. Isn't it? We don't have presence in there, unfortunately, and because obviously Ruben's.
So how do we win the Champions League?
Wait,
I know, but we have the best God, let him speak. What?
Listen, because obviously we're playing with a makeshift six. Obviously, we know Jorginho is not the best defensive midfielder, like defensively speaking, not anything else in it. Defensively, he's not the best. And obviously we normally offset that with Kante or Cover when he's playing by their side. And that's why we look so much better when those two are playing with Jorginho, innit? Then when you take those two away and you put Ruben in there, even the chemistry between them is not as good. So
yeah, but this is the point. You're playing. Listen. Let's have it right. You're playing Jorginho with a back injury. All right. He hasn't had any time to rest. He's played a full Euros. He hasn't had a pre-season. He's been thrown in there. You got all the injuries. You got no Kante, no Kovacic. Hold on a fucking second, bruv. Hold on a second, bruv. Yeah. You got all your injuries. Kante and Kovacic in that midfield make a whole lot of difference with Jorginho. The bottom line is you should have had Billy Gilmour in there at the very least, yeah? And you should have gone and bought Declan Rice that all you lot didn't want. And that's the player we need. We need Declan Rice in there.
100 on Rice, yeah, cool. That's what we need.
I don't care how much it is. We spent 100 on Lukaku and he's brought us 5 goals.
Listen.
I'm paying 100 million for Rice right now.
Listen.
And I'm telling you now, Lukaku, if he doesn't get firing, he's going to cost Tuchel his job because Tuchel won't play him.
My God,
and he'll put him on the bench.
And you're talking about him being the problem.
Questions: why are you not playing £100 million striker? And he's going to say, "Well, he's firing his fucking blanks, bro."
Does he play a 4-2-3 or like a 4-2-3?
As Johnny said, hold on. As Johnny said, yeah, and Johnny, what Johnny said, there's truth to it, and it's a fact. We had the chance to go out and get whether it was Rice. Yep, I personally, I don't. Wait, let me just. I personally don't agree with spending 100 million on a defensive player, but sometimes if you have to, you have to. I didn't agree when Van Dijk's price was 60 or 70 mil, but it turned out it was probably a decision Chelsea got wrong and should have paid that money for Van Dijk at the time, innit? Whether it's Rice or Tchouaméni, Chelsea had the chance to buy him for 30 or so
32.
mil. If you guys remember. If you guys remember during what's his name stream, Matisse's stream earlier on in the season, he had Julian Laurent on there. Julian Laurent said it. He said if Chelsea don't buy Tchouaméni now, his price is going to double come the summertime.
Yeah, and it's the bald monster. The bald
I know.
And they haven't backed Tuchel.
I just want to finish. Chelsea had the chance to buy. You had the chance. Listen, whether we like it or not, how much Rice is, whatever. You had a chance to buy him then. You also had the chance to buy Tchouaméni for cheap as an alternative. Instead, you go out and you want the cheapest deal possible because that's the problem with Chelsea. Sometimes, rather than buying quality, we just want what's cheap. You go out
and Monster.
You go and get Saul. Hold on, John. You go and get Saul on loan because it's free and you just have to pay the wages, and you go and loan out Billy Gilmour. And now this decision is now haunting us. It's actually
Monster. Who told you from the start, bruv? Who
you
told
said
you
it?
from
You
the
said
start?
it. Right, from the start.
And we brought in Saul, who was not a Tuchel signing. He's a last minute signing, and apparently we had a scout who should get sacked. For him. Who's been scouting himself for 2 years.
No, but it was. But no, you're right, Alex. Maybe he did ask for Saul, but I think it's a situation of Chelsea said, "All right, this season we're not going to buy Rice, we're not going to buy Tchouaméni. We'll wait till next season. Let's see how it goes if we can get Saul for free now." And it's not just a Saul decision. That's a bad decision as well. The decision, remember, we wanted Hakimi in the summertime. Okay, you couldn't get Hakimi. We know the reason why Hakimi wanted to go. He didn't want to come to Chelsea. He wanted to go PSG because he couldn't handle
80 mils.
Hold on,
man.
He couldn't handle the minerals.
He couldn't handle the.
He couldn't handle the minerals, bro.
His agent said it with his own mouth. He didn't want the pressure of joining the European champions. This is the words of his own agent. No, there's no lies here. No one is lying. Listen, you couldn't get what's his name, Hakimi. Why not go out and look for an alternative? Instead, Chelsea didn't spend that money, and now that decision is now haunting us because Chile is injured, and we have we do have people. We're relying
He's
on Marcus
right-footed, man.
Alonso. No, but
Hakimi is
was
not left wing.
Should have got a Dharma Traore there.
But hold on, he can play there because majority of his time at Dortmund, where did he play? He played on the left. He played a lot of his time for Dortmund on the left.
Hakimi.
He played a lot of time on the. He plays on the left and the right.
He's left and right. He's versatile. That's why Tuchel
He's
wanted him.
versatile, and that's the problem.
That's what Tuchel wants: versatility.
We didn't. That money is still
was a pussy
sitting.
anyways. He didn't want.
Tuchel had most of his leverage after winning the Champions League, right? He didn't
And
press
we
the
didn't
issue in
use
terms
it.
of he didn't press the issue in terms of what he wanted, the philosophy he wanted to play, or any of that. He's gonna press it eventually, but at that point, it's gonna be way too
because
late.
I think some of it comes back to you.
He should have pressed it right then and there because he had the most
Daniel,
leverage.
I think this has been talked about before.
Hold on. I'm partly responsible because when I was doing streams after our transfer window, I sat here and said, "Oh, we did well," and blah blah blah. When I actually look back on it, we did very poor. For the champions of Europe, what we did in the transfer window was absolutely shocking and disgusting.
Bruv, thank you. And I said this to you, bruv. I told
Europe.
you this monster. He was never backed, bruv.
What we did, that transfer window was a horrible shambles of a transfer window, and it's what's costing us right now. Do
you know what, Monster? That transfer window was all focused on selling players. That's what Mourinho was doing, bruv.
Hold on.
She was just selling players, bruv. That's all she wanted to do.
It's incredibly poor planning, right? Because listen, we know Pulisic and Conte get injured every year. There hasn't been a year they've been at Chelsea where they haven't gotten injured, and Conte more and more he gets injured now. So you know what's going to happen, right? You plan for that, but getting another defensive mid. This is why we're stressing a defensive mid, a different profile. I mean, you
That's why Saul was there.
You said we.
It's not even a defensive mid.
How do you know Tuchel wants a different profile? Because he kept saying it, not like also, openly, not outward. But
can I just say, if we wanted a DM,
he got.
If we wanted a DM, can I just say no? If we wanted a DM and went for Saul, that's fucking awful planning on us because he's never been a DM at Atletico Madrid. He was never the DM.
That's what we did. That's what we did.
No, but that's my point.
The chief scout had two names in front of him.
Saul has
never.
Saul was never the deepest player. Saul, of the two that played in the midfield for Atleti, you had him and Partey or him and Koke, and more often than not, the other person was the one that sat.
Monster. What was the position we were saying all time on your streams, bro?
Oh shit!
All last season, bro. What was the position we were talking about all season?
Midfield. I've been crying about a DM. Listen, I did a stream. I mean, I brought up Shuameni way
Kante
over
is
a
not
year.
a DM. Kante not a DM. So why are we looking for
Rice and Shuameni, bro? That profile.
We needed a defensive midfielder, a defensive type. It doesn't have to be a sitting DM. Right? It doesn't have to be someone who's sitting, but just somebody who can be in there and win tackles and actually do the defensive work, track runners. The only player who can really do that in our midfield is Conte. Let's be real. To a higher level. Kovacic is okay at it. He's okay, but he gets away. He uses
Kante and Jorginho are both the defensive.
Think about it.
His
in the Champions League last season,
dribbling to get out of situations. He doesn't.
In the Champions League, most of our success last season came when Kante was playing. When Kante was playing
and Mount.
With Jorginho, that's when our success was there.
Let's not forget
that's when our success was there. We don't have
Johnny, we're talking about midfield.
Listen. When Kante's out, we don't have a defense-minded midfielder, and he's the only one we have. And still, Chelsea didn't think. Listen, if we're being honest, Kante is. Listen. If we're being honest, Kante is injury prone. Let's be honest, he's injury prone. So we should know. Whoever's at the club should know. Okay, Kante is injury prone. He's going to get a lot of injuries. We need to do something to curb that. So when he gets injured, we have someone in his place or someone to play that type of role in the team. We don't have that. And the fact that we've gone how many seasons of that and still not bought someone is incompetence.
And you know what,
Right,
Monster?
Johnny, before we go off, Felipe says, honestly, don't think Tuchel has the answers. We're stuck with the 3-4-3 formation. You should have another formation for when teams to park the bus, but he doesn't. I'm tired of the man-for-man changes. The problem is not the formation, because we make chances in this formation. It's the players in the system. That's what the problem is.
Can I answer something?
Just one sec. Rokar says, let's have it right. Lukaku has more goals in the Premier League than Salah, and he won Serie A and MVP. Salah did not. Also, Everton and Belgium top goal scorer. So let's have it right. Lukaku is the best player in the Chelsea squad. August says Lukaku is in the same situation as Jorginho. So how come no preseason is an excuse for Jorginho but not for Lukaku? I've been saying that, by the way.
It's a fair
He's talking about Johnny.
Me and Johnny have had this argument after the Malmo review as well. We said the same thing because like Mount hasn't had a preseason, and same with Lukaku.
Johnny is defending Jorginho for the preseason, but blaming what's his name?
Well, Lukaku
but that's what I'm saying. It's got to be the same energy for Lukaku.
No, Lukaku had a preseason with Inter.
No, but not a tactical preseason. He's not tactically linked up.
I know, but for physicality, for fitness, for
physicality, no one's saying nothing. No one's saying nothing about his physicality, though. We're complaining that the rest of the team doesn't know how to play with him because he tactically isn't linked up with the rest of the squad because he only came 2 days before the start of the season.
He's 28.
That's why the same energy for Mount and Jorginho has to be run to Lukaku.
Exactly the same.
Well, he hasn't even played that many games, bro.
I know.
He's
been
28.
injured too.
You know what I mean?
I did not want Lukaku in the beginning, but I'm not that gullible about Lukaku. He's here. We need to play him. We fucking need to play him.
No, we will play him.
He will figure out to make him work out first and foremost. One set. Daniel says, when was the last time the board backed a manager? If you're talking about in terms of transfers,
Mourinho.
Even Mourinho, even Lampard
was his second season.
Mourinho's second season, yes. Felipe Barbosa said we didn't get Hakim and let Livramento walk. We sold Tammy and Giroud on loan. Broha, I could see Broha and Livramento getting minutes now, even Lewis Bay. Broha definitely. Livramento.
If you ask me, Lewis, if you ask me, in the summertime, sell Werner and let Broha take his place. You don't need to buy anyone. Let Broha take his place.
Werner this summer.
Can I just learn something? Couple
when
things.
I watched Broha first time in the summer,
The first thing, bruv. Let me land this, bruv, because this is quite interesting. The first thing is, I think if Rice ends up either winning the Europa League or getting Europa League again or getting top 4 with West Ham, his price tag's going to go up even more. Shermani's price tag's going to go up even more, and then that means Chelsea are no way going to play in excess of 80 million, 100 million for these players. So we're going to have to look for another option, all because we didn't take the opportunity to pay 70 million this season or negotiate in any way, right? And the second thing is, who bought Diego Drogba? Diego Drogba. Who brought Diego Costa and Didier Drogba?
What the fuck was that?
Who bought Mourinho? And all the other strikers we bought have not been successful. So the only two strikers that I can say are successful are Diego Costa and Drogba, right?
And Anelka.
Okay, Anelka. Yeah, it was at Ancelotti.
It's not Ancelotti, man.
To an extent, Giroud. To an extent,
it was Ancelotti.
Well, I would say that, and I think
he was Torres.
It wasn't Ancelotti that brought.
It wasn't Ancelotti.
There was Abramovich. There's Abramovich wanted Torres personally.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Jose Mourinho bought arguably, I'd say our best ever striker in Didier Drogba, and he bought Diego Costa, who, in my opinion, filled those boots.
Diego Costa Chelsea wanted Diego Costa way before Mourinho.
Yeah, well, Mourinho pushed it and he got him. My point is, he bought Tammy Abraham, bruv, and we let Tammy Abraham go. And do you honestly think that like Jose Mourinho would have bought Romelu Lukaku, bruv, when he let him go?
Yes.
No.
Nah.
He did not want him at United either.
He didn't want him at United.
He wanted Morata at United. No, he wanted Morata.
Did he actually?
He did end up.
Yeah, he did. He wanted Morata.
That's mad.
Yeah. So that's
He
quite
did want
interesting,
Morata,
though.
bro.
That
We
the
were meant to buy
strikers were
Lukaku. They were
buying.
meant
He
to
would
buy
have
Morata.
he would have signed Morata for the same price. Morata's
Ever
No, they
since Mourinho,
no.
the strikers we bought are not what the manager wants.
The reason why they
They're not
didn't
what
buy
the manager
Morata
wants,
was because of remember the issue with David De Gea and the fax machine. I think Real Madrid
Oh,
played
come
them
on,
on that
stop
because of that. It was, bro. That is the reason why Man United, there was issues between Man United and Real Madrid at the time because of the De Gea situation, man.
And everyone's saying that
before
Tammy stat pads, yeah.
like that was a
Tammy
while
stat
ago.
padding in
His
Roma,
situation
is
was
he?
a while ago.
Well, what did Lukaku do in Roma, bro?
He's not.
He
He's not.
dyed his
Alex,
hair red.
He's
Was it
dog
January
ass. He's
before?
fucking
He
awful.
dyed his hair red. Like the deal was going through.
Yeah. Morata was going
Morata,
United.
yeah.
Morata
The
was going
Morata
United.
guy. The listen that the negotiation wasn't a problem. It's just Lukaku opened up for them and they took him instead.
Yeah.
They took him from us. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, they did take him from us, but that was down to Chelsea not wanting to
better
pay.
striker.
No, Chelsea didn't want to pay the fucking what do you
that's
call
true.
it, man?
They didn't want to pay
We didn't want to
Raiola.
pay Raiola's fee, innit?
Yeah, Raiola's a big problem, bruv. He's a big problem. Raiola.
Well, he's gonna be a problem.
Reggie Thought says Mount turned into Brexit Bruno, just a stat padder. Paul Junior also asked if Monster ever explained that black comment that threw the stream off mad that day, but like the last few streams
what
have
it
been
means,
mad.
bro.
And Alex knows what it means now too, so it's all good. It's all good.
He doesn't know what he did to me. I still have nightmares about it.
I said nightmares.
You go on that website every night now. Stop it.
I like it.
Broadcast says I don't care about Tuchel. Build around Lukaku. He's 28 years. Bring in a counter-attacking manager. We will win the league. Chelsea is a counter-attacking team. We are not getting rid of Tuchel. We aren't getting rid of Tuchel.
I
Look who's Susie say Tappy. I can't be asked. Big up, go
Lewis, let me just calm your mind. Tuchel is gonna leave. That's why I kept asking you guys if you've done your research on our new managers. Like you need to start doing research and seeing how these guys play, so you understand. He's gonna get fired.
What?
It's no, he's bro. It's a possibility. Like,
if he doesn't get a tune out of Lukaku, he's getting fired, bro.
It's not just possibility; it's a big possibility.
Lukaku will be the downfall of Tuchel, bruv. I'm telling you. Whether you like it or not,
let me tell you something, right?
he will
Monster, right? Like we all complain, and this is we all complain about certain players, right? I'm reactionary. All right.
Say that again.
No, stop, Goyam. You
I
know,
was complaining about.
I hate.
What do you guys think? What do you think is more likely, right? That we sell every single attacker, or we sell even Lukaku. It just on him if he doesn't work, if you don't get him scoring goals. What do you think is likely? We sell him, or we give Tuchel, those papers. You got to go, bro. Like. It's about
Daniel, the board will sack Tuchel, bruv. You're absolutely right. They will. And it's because they haven't backed him. So what the fuck do they expect? What do they expect if you're not backing your manager, bruv?
What I wanted from Tuchel last summer was to really stand his ground for what he wanted. That was the most leverage he was ever going to have at Chelsea.
You know what burns me?
Summertime.
Roman
won the Champions League. You should
Roman wanted
whatever the hell you wanted.
Since we've been winning,
Roman did not even want Tuchel in the first place.
Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. I want to. If Tuchel gets fired, which he will, I want him to get fired based on him trying what he wants to play. His philosophy, not just trying to win, which he is. He's just trying to win right now.
For years,
it's not working anymore.
For years since we won the Champions League, the first time around. All Romans wanted was good football, right? He's wanted to win and play good football. He doesn't want to win and just for the sake of winning. He wants to win looking good. That's what Romans been.
Style. He wants
and I think that is. I think that's one of the reasons.
Stop it.
Listen, I think that's one of the reasons why, the Rice hesitation thing. But we'll get to that another day, innit? He's wanting to. Now we are playing good. We are playing good football. So we're playing nice, pleasant football that's pleasant on the eye, right? But he doesn't have. We are still. We're playing nice football.
We do play good football, possession football, bro.
We are playing
possession football.
We play possession football, but let me tell you what Roman will care about more. He will care about us winning games by scoring 4 or 5, winning 5-2 or 5-3. Then
not if the football's not nice. He ain't. He's wanted this nice.
He cares about goals, man. Like. He cares about goals. He cares about goals.
He does care about.
Monster's right. He likes a little flair.
That's why he keeps going for these strikers time and time over in these same type of managers.
Listen, Daniel. For years and years, Romans wanted eye-pleasing football at Chelsea.
Yeah.
This is a thing. This is
bro.
Come on. He doesn't. Another
he said
thing he
it
doesn't
in
like.
interviews that he.
No, I agree with you 100%.
He doesn't like.
I catching football includes goals. No,
he doesn't like. I don't think he likes when we used to play the bigger teams and we'll sit back and hit them on the counter attack. Even though we won, I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that. I think he wanted us to go toe to toe with these type of teams. We're doing that now. But the problem is he's doing it with some scrubs. If the board wants this man to succeed, they are going to have to get rid of some of these scrubs. And I hate to call them scrubs, but I'm sorry. Some of these players are scrubs. We're going to have to get rid of them if we want to continue to play beautiful football and win. These guys are going to get, if we're not careful, but if Chelsea are not careful, some of these players will get Tuchel sacked. People don't want to hear it, but you won't hear it.
I've been saying for the last fucking weeks. I've been saying this, bro.
People won't want
to saying it, bro.
You were reactionary and blah blah blah. You will hear it when it happens, because if you don't know who this board is and who Chelsea are, you will know if these guys don't fix up. We've seen Chelsea sack managers for the most outrageous things. If they're not careful, and I pray to God it doesn't happen, but if this team doesn't fix up or Chelsea don't give Tuchel somewhat the keys, because they gave Mourinho the keys back in 14-15. Tuchel needs the keys. I'm sorry. He needs to get the players.
Absolutely
he
needs
wants.
the keys. Absolutely does.
The problem with what we're doing is we're giving him players and expecting him to work wonders on some of these players that cannot even be worked on. They shouldn't be in this team. If we're being honest, some of these players should not be here in 2021, 2022. Chelsea need to get in the summertime when it comes. I don't care how much of a loss it is on some of them. You have to take that loss.
Tell them again. Louder for the people in the back.
Big up Slim Chelsea. Rokar says we're a counter-attacking team. That's why we don't break low blocks. Look at Pulisic, Werner. They like to run behind. The profile of Chelsea is counter-attack. If we do that, we will win. You can say that, but for the midfield, you could even say they're more possession-based. And this is the problem where we have teams with transfers over the last 5 years for different managers that play in different systems. Now we just have a mesh of players. We don't have one that fits a specific system.
Let me say something.
You need players with a fundamental first touch, a Spanish touch.
Can I say something? Go ahead, Lewis.
Do you want to play possession?
38-0 says the same attackers will let down the next coach. That's why we gotta just get this clear out done. But the wages are a ridiculous joke. Paul Jr. says Rokar just joined the panel and saved money, bro. Someone hide my man's mother's credit card. Shush.
Here's the
Lanray says Tuchel might just be a top cup manager. No, we're not.
No, he's won the leagues, man. In League One, bruv. He's won titles. He knows what it takes to win a title. He's a class manager. He's an absolute class manager.
Exactly. Like, it's nothing.
It's down to our board, bruv. That's the bottom line.
Go for
it's the board, bruv. It's the board. End of.
Here's the things about selling players. Chelsea makes a lot of money on loaning players. You keep forgetting that. We're buying players sometimes just to loan them because we're making money. We're really making good profits out of it. It's not necessary. That's why we bought Barkley. That's exactly why we bought Barkley, because we knew that he's good as a loan player. That's why we got Asar. That's we got those defenders that never bought a Jabaluga something, whatever his name is. Whatever. That's why we have. Yeah, that's why we have American center back. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we have those kind of players for a reason. The problem is sometimes it doesn't work out, and we have to keep him at the squad, like Barkley, like Sar, and stuff like that. So it's not about get rid of him. It's about sometimes we don't have a choice but keep him. You see what I'm saying?
But on that note, it's run as a business only, and it's not actually having the thought process of how it is to run an actual make a football team, bro.
Exactly. But the problem is we're not Real Madrid, we're not Manchester United. We have to fucking own money somehow, and we have a small stadium.
if we had bought Rice or Tchouaméni, we wouldn't have needed Barkley right now, would we?
Yeah.
Also,
no. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is you loan them, but you couldn't. And I think the reason why we didn't buy Rice because it's way too hell of a price. Then with other guy, there is the reason because we did not think we have gonna have that kind of crisis and the thing. Admit it, we do have a big crisis in the midfield.
I said it,
because
bruv.
the injury.
I
But
said it, bruv.
I don't care what you said, Johnny. It's not about that.
Well, I
It's
did.
about
I
money.
knew that we would get injuries to Kovacic and Kante. I knew
Can
it, and
can
Jorginho more
can I
than
buy you a
likely.
flight to Las Vegas so we can make some money off your
No, I don't gamble, mate. I don't gamble. But all I can tell you is I could foresee. It was clear as day by the way we had the season we had,
can't
the
foresee
Euros,
that I didn't finish my
players are going
sentence
to get
yet?
injured, bruv.
Did you foresee that I can finish my sentence?
Yeah, I could foresee that, bruv. I could
Okay,
foresee
thank you.
that. Yeah.
Again, we have to make money somehow, and we can't get rid of those players because they do make us money. That's why the reason why we didn't got the guy, what's his name, Tchouaméni from it's not
Monaco.
because we didn't. Yeah, because he actually said he wants to stay one more year. He said no, not the other way.
Nah, Cat. We said no. Our scout didn't
No.
think he was ready. Our
Our
chief
scouts
scout
should be
didn't think he was
sacked.
ready. That's a fact.
Yeah, we got some
That's
poor
not a
scouts,
fact.
man. I'll be honest, our scouts are terrible.
They're
Hideous.
piss poor.
Yo,
Absolutely awful.
here's the thing. We don't have problem with the scouts for academy because those guys doing the job what we're supposed to do based on how my
No,
academy
but
is
for
going.
the first team they are.
No,
The
they
first
don't.
team,
No.
that's
Yes, we
different.
do. Listen, we don't know what our problem with our scouts for academy yet. We'll see that in about 6 years. All the players that are coming through now have been here for 10 years. They weren't scouted by this scouting team.
How
They
long
were
were we looking
scouted
at?
by a
How long
different
were we
team.
looking at South for?
No, Chelsea have in terms of the academy, Chelsea have hundreds of scouts. So I don't think we have a problem. Oh, we will have a
Bruh,
problem
look
with
at the
that.
players.
Yeah, but my question
No,
is
but
it's the first team.
wait. This is hold on.
Look at the players making it through.
No, but
How
I've hold on. This is
Monster,
something
look at the
because
players
I
making it
see-
through.
But
95%
hold on.
of them have been here about 15 years.
Hold on
Goddamn,
though,
like
but
10 years.
even if you go deeper than that and look at the current academy players we have now, we have some good young talent. And the thing, and this is the thing, I see this firsthand because when I go to academy games or whatever, not for Chelsea in specific, but for with my little nephews and that, there's bare Chelsea scouts everywhere. These guys are everywhere. So when I don't think Chelsea have a players in terms of their academy constantly producing because every youth player wants to go through Chelsea. So that's not an issue. It's the scouts for the first team. So the ones that are going out to scout players that we need to buy and bring into the first
Yeah, they
team,
need to be sacked. They need to
those
be
guys
sacked.
are trash. Those guys are the
Absolute trash.
Monster, but how much scouting do you, Monster? How much scouting do you need to scout the number one for the first team? Do you really need a scouting for Lukaku?
No. But at the same time, why do we always? My problem is I'm not the biggest fan of shiny toys. In fact, I'm fed up of shiny toys. You see me when I'm looking at, like I saw the other day, someone was putting out names, and I saw people saying, "Oh yeah, who are?" I think it was you, Danny. Like, who are these guys? But it's like sometimes this is the scout's job. You don't always have to go for the name brand. I want to see.
That's how I look at Kundi. That's how I look at Kundi. That's how I look at the link. It's a shiny toys. It's the names that in the top. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I think.
Yeah,
you
but
need.
before Koundé came out, most people, unless you've watched him, wouldn't know about Koundé. It's only because the press brought out Koundé. Delete, everyone knows about Delete. You're right with
But
Delete.
even
I don't
with
think
Koundé,
Koundé's that shiny toy, bro. He is now.
Even with Koundé, when I'm looking at Koundé, I'm looking at all the players Chelsea have, because to me, the first thing Chelsea should be doing before they go and sign a player is you look at the position you need filling, and you look at your academy. Do we have players in the academy or that are coming through that are good enough to fill that void? I felt Chelsea did. Chelsea had Chalobah, who they're using right now, and they also had Mark Guehi. They've got who's doing very well in Crystal Palace. They also have Levi Colwell as well, and
And we let Tomori go.
Hold on.
I think you forgetting
massively.
Tomori go.
No, one thing is one thing I can say that actually Tuchel is the reason. It's the loan players from academy that does not make first team. For example, it's for me. That's how I was being treated. If you're coming in from team A to team B, at the end of the preseason, the manager comes in with a list who he thinks needs to be in the number one team and who he thinks can make it their team. And the board decides we keep him or sell him or going on loan. Tuchel makes the list of 23 players that he thinks that out of his squad is going to go on the team. That's it. That's one thing that Tuchel responsible of. Not the for example, Gilmore and what's his name?
Gallagher.
No. The other guy that Crystal Palace.
Gallagher.
Gallagher. I thought you said Chalobah. My bad. Yeah. Gallagher. Tuchel wanted him to keep it, but Gallagher personally came to him and said, I would like to go on loan. And Tuchel said, only if Vieira gonna promise me something. And Vieira did. He called him personally. Remember when Tuchel said that he had a conversation with Vieira? That's the reason why Gallagher left. Otherwise, he would have stayed at the Chelsea. Same thing with the kid from what's his name?
Norwich.
The other guy that Johnny likes. The little
Gilmore.
kid. Gilmore. Same thing with Gilmore. Gilmore requested to go on loan.
Do you think we should move on from Gilmore though?
No, bruv.
It's not about that. It's about the decision.
Just before we even go there, big up Rokar saying I like to win. Big that is the reality. Our attackers are fast and the best in one-on-one. Tuchel is confused. Our profile is counter-attack. We have to sit back and play. This team is a Mourinho and Conte team. Here's the thing, we'll say counter-attack, but regardless of what manager we get, we will have to deal with about 10 to 15 low blocks. So we can't counter-attack.
Can I say something?
Can I say something? Johnny, can I finish just one quick?
Go on.
Just before
the super chat, yeah.
Moyo says no one has talked about what AC and Rudy might be thinking about current team performance and Tuchel's job in the decision to signing the contract doesn't help. I think it's overrated even talking about their contract. AC's had one bad game. Rudiger hasn't even dropped bad performances.
I think AC will sign, but Rudiger, I think is I think Rudiger's gone.
And even in spite of that, his performances haven't dipped, so I don't think it's that much of a problem. People are just overhyping it, in my opinion.
The thing is, as well, what
bring back Menalalo.
Listen, what Chelsea needs to do. Oh yeah, continue.
I will not.
Yeah, sorry, last one. Rokar says our wingers Pulisic, Ziyech played open football, love playing low blocks. We have to play counter-attack. This is our profile. Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz to play in spaces. Even Big Rom and in counter-attack teams, we have to do this. But bro, like when we can't play counter-attack if teams don't come forward. We can't counter. That's why we can't be a counter-attacking team. We've seen this over the last 4 years. Teams sit deep against us, so we literally are not in a position to counter. That's why we need to get that out of our minds. We are not a counter-attacking team.
We need to change that formation, bro.
In my opinion, listen, when things changed for us is when we won the Champions League. I think it was Allegri that said it. Teams are going to take Chelsea. They're now going to play Chelsea as Chelsea that won the Champions League, and that's what you're seeing. Last season, teams didn't respect us, so they came out and played us, and Tuchel took advantage of that, and that's how we ended up winning things. Now, teams are sitting back, and they just know we're not going to break it down.
Can I make the point that on that? I think
in the second half of the season,
if you look at history, will tell you with the board, right, that the board will buy players. The manager in charge, if he's not making it work, they'll set the manager and they get someone else in. And where Tuchel sort of shot himself in the foot a bit, I think him winning the Champions League has proved to the board that we finally got a manager that can come in such a short space of time, win us the Champions League with the squad we got, and all we need is a striker. So we're going to go and get you a striker. You got a list. We're going to get you a striker. And we know that this manager is fully capable of making it work. All right. Now, Tuchel's got that pressure of having a squad now that still isn't really his squad. All right. He's only added Lukaku and Sol. Everyone else is a Lampard and Sarri player. So this is still not Tuchel's team. And yet, if he doesn't make it work, he knows he's sacked. And that's the reality of Chelsea. That's the reality of the board we have. They are ruthless. And I feel for Tuchel because I think Tuchel is fully equipped if you give him the right tools, i.e. the right players. Just a few players that he wants and let him nurture the Gallaghers and the Gilmores and bring them into the side and get a Koundé. I honestly believe that this manager will have longevity at Chelsea. But if he doesn't get that opportunity because the board say, well, you didn't win the Premiership title this season, all right, if that's the way they're going to go, then we're in deep shit. We're going to be looking for a manager come the end of the season. And that's very sad because this manager, you can see, it's clear as day, from when Lampard was in charge to when he came in charge with the same players, has won us the Champions League.
Johnny,
and it's hurt him. It's hurt Tuchel because I think if Tuchel didn't win the Champions League, maybe got to the semi-final or even got to the final and lost, I think the board going back him because they're hungry. They can see he's got the potential. But because he's won it, they're happy for him to just use what he's got and make it work. And if you don't, you get someone else.
How are you going to fit Reece James, Mount, Gallagher, and Gilmore in the same team?
Yes, you can, but you need... Kante's going to go eventually because he's getting older and injury prone. Jorginho's going to go, and I think Kovacic. He's what? 28,
I know we're gonna go.
Yeah, well, you've got to plan for the future, haven't you?
No. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, like, do you think that's the reason why Gallagher's and Gilmore's ask to go on loan?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That. Yeah.
All the reasons they're gonna start if those gone.
No, I think the only reason those lot went is because if you didn't have Barkley, Loftus-Cheek and Sol there, they're three players. I think Gallagher and Gilmore stay and fight for their place.
There's no fucking way Gallagher is going to be sitting on the bench. I can tell you that.
Well, he doesn't deserve to play for Chelsea yet. He's never played for Chelsea, has he? He's never played in the first team, so you can't go, I rightfully deserve to be a first teamer. He's got to be eased in and fight for his place. That's what he's got to do. And Gilmore.
What I'm saying is that's going to be the same situation with Livramento.
Yeah, but Livramento didn't even want to go on loan. He just wanted to be sold. And that's a different...
Yeah.
Whereas Gilmore and Gallagher want to...
Loans.
Yeah, but Gilmore and Gallagher have their main ambition is to play for Chelsea. Livramento, clear as day, it wasn't his ambition to play for Chelsea. It's just his ambition is to play Premiership football.
If you think that they will accept to come from the bench and fight for the place, I think you...
Well, every other player has. Every other player that we've bought, especially youth players,
you know that Gallagher is going to fight Mount for the place, right?
Well, it doesn't know if it is Mount. If it is Mount, then I don't think Gallagher gets in the side, mate. I'm sorry. He doesn't get in the side because Mount is levels ahead. He's levels ahead.
Well, then he's going to go to Liverpool and Man City, and he will...
If you play Gallagher and Mount, where does Havertz go?
No, but you can play both Gallagher and Mount as well. That's one thing as well.
Yeah, but then where do you put
Havertz? That's a workhorse midfield.
Yeah, it's a great midfield, and I like that. But where do the other players come into play? Where does Havertz come in?
Because none of them are like Gerrard or Lampard. They're their own players.
Someone's going to be disappointed. Someone's going to be disappointed. It's a shame, but it's whatever.
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, it won't be Mason Mount.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like what the people earlier saying.
The only one scoring goals.
I think Petr Cech has come out. If you've seen, I think it was. I don't know if it's Matt Law or Simon Phillips, but Petr Cech come out about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, and he said that Gilmore and Gallagher are seen in the core plans of Chelsea Football Club, as in they have special plans for those two players to be the future and part of the core backbone of the team going forward, with the likes of Reece James and Mason Mount.
What else would he say? They need the contract signed recently. In the next 2 years, we're going to be on the end of a contract. What else would he say?
We need Gallagher. He's clear of Mount, man. We need Gallagher.
Oh, don't fucking come in here talking nonsense, bruv. If you're going to talk properly.
Chouameni or Rice, Gallagher, Mount in midfield.
Mount is not good enough. I mean, he is good enough.
Right there, bro.
We need Havertz. We're missing him the most.
Troll, man.
I'm not. We're missing Havertz the most.
If you have Rice or Chouameni as the DM, Gallagher and Mount as the 2/8s, problem solved.
Yeah, but where's Havertz, monster?
Yeah, I agree. Actually,
bench, man.
No, he's not going to be benched. You're not going to bench an £80 million player, Daniel.
He's leading into saying Lukaku's going to be benched, isn't he?
Right. So if Lukaku's benched, then who gets the chop? Tuchel.
Havertz is holding that bench, man.
Tuchel gets the chop for that.
You're getting the chop regardless.
Gallagher, man.
Wait.
If
Someone said
Tuchel plays Lukaku for the next 15 games, 10 games, and he scores like 2 goals, is that worthy to be starting?
Someone said I didn't want.
There's no
Someone said
here to bring you back.
Someone said I didn't want Rice in the summer. I said, bro, I don't want to pay 100 mil for any
I
defensive.
would pay 100 mil. I'll pay 100 mil. I'll pay 100 mil for Declan
You
Rice.
broke motherfucker. Well, you don't have
Because he's
no
worth
shit.
it, bruv. He's worth it.
He's
You
not.
can see he's clear as day. He's a young kid. He's 22. He's going to be world class. He's the best right now in the world in his position, in my opinion. Right now, I think he's the best in the world.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
He's not a stretch, but I think he is the best. All right.
Stretch.
And he's a fantastic player, and he's one of our own, bruv. Let's bring him back. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody heard of Giovanni before the summer before that. Let's.
Too many. I don't know about
players,
him. If he's got the
players
minerals,
rise
to Chelsea.
Listen, the difference between
I think Rice has got the minerals. I think he's got the minerals.
What I'm saying is like I agree. Like if Mount will play 8, I agree with you. But I don't think Mount is gonna play 8.
No, but I think if you buy Declan Rice, it allows you.
Where's he gonna play?
It allows you.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
It allows you.
That's
allows
what
you
I'm saying.
to play a back 4.
The only reason.
Yeah, man. We need to move on from this back 5, man. Honestly.
It allows you to play a back 4 with Declan
Why
Rice.
can't
Gives you
they
versatility
play?
and options.
Wait, hold on. Why can't Mount and Gallagher play 8s? 2 8s.
No, I'm saying because Mount is always forward thinking. Gallagher is actually coachable.
What do you mean? What are you talking about here? What are you talking about?
Oh,
Alex, you're dropping stuff, bruv.
No,
Oh my!
that was a little dick to you, Johnny. I was.
Yeah. Let's have it right. Take it back, mate. Take it back. Take it back.
I was just trying to see if you're alert.
Don't get Johnny.
I'm very alert, bruv. Trust me, I'm more than alert.
What I'm saying is Gallagher can be controlled. Like he's really he can play deeper. You know what I'm saying? He can play more defensive.
So you're saying Gallagher's more of the box-to-box type?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Gallagher did play like for West Brom. He was deeper than he is right now for Crystal Palace.
So you're saying Gallagher, Rice, and Mount is the midfield we need for the future?
No,
well, Gilmore, you got Gilmore in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Bring me my Fred.
I personally believe Gilmore doesn't have a future here, man. I'm going to be real.
Don't be silly, bruv. Don't be
he's
silly
good.
now.
He's good. He's going to be a backup.
What do you mean he's good? What do you mean he's
very
good?
I love him.
He's a class player.
Trust me. Yeah, Johnny.
Why do you get mad at him?
I like him too. Yeah, but we've got to be
more
realistic.
than good. You can
we've
see.
got to be
Listen,
realistic sometimes.
Barcelona
we need the
wanted to
physicality.
sign him, bruv, in the academy, bruv.
Yeah, but
put him in
look
the
at
academy,
where's
bruv.
Barcelona now, though?
It doesn't matter. It's the profile player
One
they
second.
look at.
Johnny,
It's
one
the
sec.
profile player, bruv.
Johnny,
He's
one
got
sec.
minerals,
Rocas says Lewis Monster. Johnny, you know that Gilmore, Gallagher are good because they play in bad teams and opposite teams are open. Gilmore and Gallagher are not options. They should be that. Then they should be at those lower rating. Hell no. If anything, we've seen
Gallagher's quality, man. And Gilmore's. We've seen Gilmore at Chelsea. Like, come on, we've seen
baller,
him.
bro.
Exactly. Don't think of them just as the club that they're at. Felipe Barbosa says, if you guys talked about the Lautaro Martinez rumors, I'll do a Pulisic and Werner swap in a heartbeat. Is there rumors linking Martinez to Chelsea?
Yeah, because they want Lukaku to work. See what I'm saying? They're trying to buy into a Conte system now.
Not heard from any credible sources yet.
That's the thing. I haven't heard anything legit on Lautaro Martinez.
The only thing legit I heard was Hazard coming back in January.
Yeah,
I don't want Hazard. I don't want Hazard.
I don't care what you want, but I want Hazard.
What version of Hazard do you guys think you're getting?
We got Mason Mount. We don't need Hazard.
Eden's got the minerals, man.
Yeah, but we got Mason Mount. Mason Mount is our Hazard.
I want a chubby cheese Hazard.
No
Let's have
Hazard.
it right.
No Hazard.
We don't need Hazard, bruv. He's
I
broken.
I can't lie.
I want the Burger King and I want a Burger King.
I don't know, man.
Rocard says if Tuchel is our manager, then we need a player like Hazard or Mbappe. It's simple. We have to sign a player of their level. Gilmore and Gallagher can't do it in here. Pulisic in Palace will be the top goal scorer. Pulisic at Palace will be.
I told you.
I kind of get what you're saying, but Gilmore and Gallagher trusted. They got enough.
Remember the goal.
Wilson says this is why I rate Lukaku. He played in the worst and the
You're
best
getting
team.
Ten Hag,
But
man.
we
That's
didn't
what
say
you're
he was a
getting.
flop when he was at West Brom either. He is our savior. Lukaku is our best outlet in Chelsea.
He's shameless.
As soon as you guys
counter-attacking
realise
ball,
this is
man.
better,
That's what he
Lukaku
is.
will win us the league.
He's a slow counter-attacking player, bro.
Asking for these fucking players and shit. Asking for
And don't bring me
Get-
Chiesa, bruv. I don't want
getting Ten
Chiesa
Hag,
mentioned
man.
with
That's what
Chelsea.
you're getting.
One sec.
Chiesa, bruv. He's not good enough.
One sec.
10 million a year. That's what he's getting.
1 second. What
He is
last
better than
super chat Paul says? Can someone explain why? Can someone explain
Monster,
why
are you
Tuchel?
ignoring Daniel on purpose?
Paul says, can someone explain why Tuchel played Saul up top yesterday?
He needed
I think
physical
it was because of
presence.
the amount of injuries that we had. There was barely any options to even bring up front.
He had no options, and
I tell you
Pulisic
what,
hasn't got the physical
Alonso
capability.
would have been
Sol's a
better
little
than
bit
a
bigger,
forward.
and if they did play a long ball, he could at least try and
Alonso
compete.
was better at center forward than Saul.
But he's terrible. Sol is terrible, man. He's terrible.
We only
Look,
got Sal just
the
because he's
reason
at
why I
Atletico.
want a
That's the
Hazard
main
because I
reason.
want a Burger King built into Stamford Bridge. That's number one. Second one, the reason I want. Remember that guy that commercial with the burger eating on Sunline? Is a goalkeeper or something? Played for in the FA Cup or something. There's a big boy. Got caught with the burger on the sideline and was taking the pictures. That's why I want a Hazard.
What about that Rafinha? I like that Rafinha.
Yeah.
No.
I like that fella, bruv.
Yes,
He looks all right, you know, and he's young.
Yes.
Glad there's Amber
Bro,
dancing
we're
in
missing.
front of
We're
you lot.
missing.
Yo,
at the
Monster,
bridge.
I
You
need
know, if we're missing that trophy, yeah.
It
We're
don't
missing
matter.
that.
It don't matter on most about
Listen.
I need those
Take
better
me
levels
in.
as my payment, bro.
Nah, you man, take
Huh?
me in. Yeah, we're missing someone that's ready to take a challenge and
You
beat
know
a
what I
player.
said.
No one's
We're missing
no one in
Haaland,
Chelsea.
bruv. Erling
No
Haaland,
Season's
bruv.
not
That's
over.
all we're missing,
Season's not
bruv.
over. Season's not over.
I want Rafinha
Getting
dancing
cooked,
in the
yeah,
changing
getting
room,
cooked
man.
this year.
I need Rafinha dancing in the changing room. Let's go.
Okay.
I just want a squad. I want a squad overhaul, man. I want a squad
Why
overhaul.
was
I want
that?
It's
real-
true. It's true.
I want real
You know what's
footballers
realized?
there,
Yeah,
Yo,
once we won,
how much
once we
are we
won the
getting for
Champions-
Werner,
No,
man?
listen. Take me in.
35,
bro. Mils.
Once we
Okay.
won the Champions League, yeah, we're forgetting about all the problems we had before we went in the Champions League.
We gotta sell Werner.
That's
still.
what's happened. The real issues that we've been having before the winning of the Champions
Listen, the
League.
only player I can say that I
treasure
enjoy, the only player I enjoy and get excited to watch
What's up, bro?
since Hazard and Zola is Mason Mount, bruv. Everyone else is, I'm
Johnny,
bored to death
relax
of
on
it, bruv.
Mason.
I'm bored to death of it, bruv.
Relax,
Honestly,
man. What is
I'm
going
sick
on?
of it, bruv. I'm sick of Ziyech and Pulisic and Werner and all these are not exciting players, bruv. Mason Mount's exciting, bruv. Let's have it right.
Mount's not exciting. Because this game yesterday.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Lewis,
I
you
look
crack me
forward
up,
to
man.
Mount Ball, man. Everyone else, I'm like, what ticket am I going to get?
Clear, fam.
Am I going to get a ticket to the dungeon, bro?
Just to say as well, our form did fall off a cliff as soon as this guy got dropped, but it's cool.
That is so true.
His form fell out the cliff
Listen,
too.
it's as simple as this. The reason why people are asking why are we conceding so many goals, blah blah.
Because
But guess-
Christensen doesn't start.
Guess who's not in the midfield? No
Kante,
Kante, no
bruv.
cover. No
I've
Kante, no
said
cover.
this. Yeah, exactly.
Goals conceded. Simple as
Exactly.
that.
I'm worried about when they come
What
back
about
on Sunday
Jorginho?
anyway.
He's supposed to be help our defense.
No, he's
Listen,
not that
Jorginho
hurt,
and
bruv.
one of them.
Look at
You
Red.
lot-
Look
wait,
at
wait.
As soon
You
as,
lot know-
as soon as we get them both back for Wolves,
People see
everyone's
the
thinking the
lights.
problem's
People
gonna
see
be
the
Wait,
lights.
it's not about. I've always said this. It's about the partner who you're partnering him with.
Chemistry, bruv.
Jorginho
Yeah,
and
because you gotta
Ruben.
carry him.
Wait, Jorginho and Ruben.
Exactly.
Well, Mason Mount's carrying Chelsea right now. What are we saying about that?
You know what's
Jorginho and
crazy?
Ruben is not
Conte
it.
never got injured before this guy came, man.
Don't take the piss, bro. He was injured.
I'm not saying. I'm not
Ruben,
saying.
bruv.
I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just
Kante,
saying
you're
like,
right,
you gotta
Monster.
think
It
about
wasn't
things.
the
You know?
problem. Same thing with
Daniel's-
Kovacic. It's because we got Ruben and all he does is dribble. He hasn't got any end.
Kovacic is press resistant. Kante is extremely press resistant and high ball recoveries. When you don't have that next to Jorginho, who's a metronome, then Jorginho gets exposed.
Metronome.
And Ruben
What is
Loftus
this
Cheek
different
ain't that
names,
guy,
yeah,
bro.
Regista,
So ain't that
metronome.
guy. And in my opinion, you should have played Mason Mount next to Jorginho at the very fucking least. At the
No,
very
bro,
least,
that
you
doesn't
should.
work
I
either.
will
doesn't
not
work
disagree.
either.
Like if shit comes to shove, why not play Mount there?
Because Mason Mount's doing what he needs to do up front. What are you limiting him to the pivot for now. Like,
well,
why
at
are we
least he
limiting
progressed
there?
the ball better than them two, bruv.
Oh, he
Tell you
needs
that
to.
now.
I don't
Other guys are
look.
gonna
Let's
score,
get this.
man.
Let's get one
guys
thing
are
straight.
scoring.
Robin Loftus-Cheek is not our number one DM, right?
Yeah, of
So
course
he
he's
had to be he had to be covering for a lot of people in this midfield. The guy just ran out of gas. Don't forget that. So his last performance, he's tired. He never played so much intensity before. He was been injured for a long
He
time.
needs to learn.
But Monster is right though, Alex.
He needs
Monster
rest.
is right.
He needs Loftus-Cheek needs the rest.
Monster is right in the sense, Alex. Though, if you play Mount, you lose your attacking flair because Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, Cho, and Lukaku, they ain't bringing no fucking minerals, son.
I mean, Pedro and Willian, man.
And that's the problem.
You miss William.
That's the problem, man.
Man said you miss William, bro. Take
Miss
that
William,
back,
bro.
Take that
Oh
back.
dear. Rocar says Hazard, Zola, these are great. Sharp about Mount, Pulisic, Havertz. They are not our level.
Lewis, these man
And
can't
then he
finish
said,
their
I love
foul.
William, Barcelona 2016. Show me a game from our current wingers. We lost because of Christensen. I Rocar, we're friends, man. What are we doing?
No, bring me Damien
What
Duff
we doing,
and
man?
Iron
Come
Robin, bruv, and now we're talking, bruv.
I bring prime Damien Duff back to the bridge.
Fucking
Anyone got
Damien
a card?
Duff, baller, bruv.
bro. Bring William too.
Pedro. Fuck William. Bring Pedro.
No, bring
William,
us,
bro.
bring
What?
me,
William.
Mikel. I
Lampard's
want
favorite
Mikel.
attacker, bro.
I want Mikel.
I
want Mikel.
Lampard
Winning
wanted,
the
to give him,
league.
Lampard wanted to give him a 2-year contract, bro. So what are you saying now?
If we had Mikel,
I don't know why, bro.
we're winning the
William's
league.
experience, bruv. He don't lose the ball.
Lampard, Lampard.
Not until he gets to the final third and has that deer in the headlights look about him.
It's not his fault the attackers aren't in the right position for his balls, is it?
His first touch was a pass.
Hold on.
Oh, God forbid we take corners. You thought
Lampard
Marcus
got Tammy
Alonso
Abraham
crossed
to
the
score
bad. You
15
forgot
goals,
about
that's what I'm
Williams'
saying,
love
man.
affair with the first
Tuchel
man.
don't get
He
Lukaku
should
to
be,
score,
he
you
should
gotta
be
hold
charged
that,
with
man.
murder the first
Fuck that,
defender,
hold
man.
that.
As many
Fuck that,
times he
man.
hit
I'm
the
being
first
honest.
defenders, he should be charged.
Do you know what?
with
Just bring
assault.
back Didier Drogba, bruv, and Costa, bruv, and stick them both up front. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
That's how deep it
Bring
is.
the TARDIS and wheel back the whole 0405 team. Let's go. Will Junior says Willian over Werner on his best day. You know what? I'll agree with you on that. At least. I'll give you that.
Wallahi, fam. What am I hearing this?
Sorry, Fata, man. Sorry, bro. Werner
back
stocks
Willian,
as
man.
lowest.
Wallahi.
Rocar says Minerals is Willian is better than Pulisic and Werner.
Yes, he is.
Werner
Yes, he
is what it is.
Yes, he is.
Pulisic.
They got a new Willian. They got a new Willian at Real Madrid. I can't remember what his name is. Guy's a baller. Bring him to
Vinicius
the bridge, man.
Junior.
No, it's not
Vinicius
Vinicius.
Junior, innit?
Another guy. The guy with the afro.
Yeah, Vinicius Junior, bruv. He's a B-Tech. B-Tech William, bruv. He's a B-Tech William, bruv.
Oh, look at him. He's a baller, bruv. Bring him to the Chelsea, man.
He scored more goals
SS
right now than William has ever scored in his life, man. Is he crazy? Is William
Oh my
nuts?
days. Go ahead and
Somebody
says
can
bigger
explain it
impact
to me
Saul
what
at Chelsea or Willian at Arsenal. I go
Oh,
Willian
that's
at Arsenal. personally.
Oh.
He got 2 assists on his debut. Like, Sal was
Let's
still
send
waiting.
let's send Arsenal Barkley, bruv. Let's send Barkley to Arsenal, bruv. I'd love to see that
Barkley's
happen,
going
bruv.
to Newcastle.
Yeah, he loves the drink up there. He loves all the women and
Tell him
the beer, bruv.
immediately.
He would slot in just right. Just
You
right.
guys are missing the main problem. We need to still sell Timo Werner, man.
Him too. He's got to go.
Okay.
I'm glad we can all agree on that one, though.
Timo's a baller, bruv. He's a
He ain't
baller.
no baller, bro.
Johnny, what?
Shut up, T1.
He's
Loud
a German. Use some boat.
You say Timo's a baller?
Bruv, that goal against
Yeah.
Zenit,
Yeah.
that second goal against Zenit was a lovely goal, man.
The only
That was a
time he
lovely goal.
dribbles is in bed.
I
fam.
haven't seen a
was
striker
a good
make their
goal,
own
though.
goal
It
like
was a
that
good
for a
goal.
long time, bruv. Long time.
Oh, he does that once every 100 years. Like, come
I
on,
know,
man.
but he's finally settled in, bruv. And I'm telling you now, I ain't seen no striker make their own goal, bruv.
No, you're
Every time
right.
they wanna play.
No, Johnny,
right.
switch
That means
your
this is the
camera on
perfect
for
time to
that.
sell him.
Switch your camera on for that. I need to know if you're being serious.
No,
This is
I'm
the
being
perfect
serious,
time
bruv.
to sell
I'm
him,
being
right?
Not
serious.
you, Fata. We know where you
We
stand.
know you're Johnny number 2.
I'm being serious, bruv. Honestly, I swear on my life, I'm being
Sell
serious,
him
bruv.
now.
No other player has made their own goal as a striker. Kai Havertz hasn't.
All right, wait.
Romelu Lukaku
Johnny,
hasn't.
how much more money do you think that as
Timo's the first striker in all
Like
this
45,
time
like around
to
45,
shimmy it from his
55
left to his right and score a goal, bruv.
That
He's
guy's
also
not
the
a
first
footballer,
striker
man.
we've had to miss.
No,
Yeah,
but
and that
I'm
added-
telling you facts here, bruv. No other striker.
But Johnny,
done it.
that added
telling
5
you
million
facts
to his
as well.
transfer fee.
Huh?
I'm telling you facts as well. Timo Werner has about 35 big chances in the Premier League and 6 goals for it.
I know, but he
And about
contributes
2
a lot
pens.
more than say Lukaku's contributed.
Johnny, you know, Michi Batshuayi and Morata have more goals than Timo Werner and have a better goal to game ratio than Timo Werner as well, right?
I know, but Timo Werner won Champions League with us, bruv, and he was pivotal to that goal that we scored in the Champions League.
That's why he won the Prem.
Yeah, but he won the Prem as a bits part player.
He scored the winning. He scored the goal that won the Prem.
But you can't throw that argument at me because winning the Premiership title is a whole different level. It's a team consistent effort throughout a 38-game period. It's a different level.
So you think Werner's
we
better
didn't win the Premiership title because of Michi Batshuayi's performance.
What did Werner do in the final? In the
It's
Champions
just because of
League
his one goal against West Brom.
He missed
bruv,
two glaring missed chances. Like
I don't care, bruv. We won the Champions League with Timo, bruv. We won the Champions League.
Yeah, we won with him, but
We
it took a lot. It took a lot.
The championship, Johnny.
Exactly what
We did not won the
Thiago
championship.
Chelsea going to win the Champions League.
Johnny, you're a 4-year-old in a 30-year-old's body. You're a
That's
4-year-old in a 30-year-old's body.
Is somebody's at school or
Johnny,
something?
he wasn't. Listen, he wasn't in the top 10.
I'm at work. Red Deck.
For the Champions League. Havertz was, Mount was.
Well, no, what Timo wasn't pivotal in our Champions League winning.
No,
Champions
but
League.
why wasn't he in any of the freaking awards? I saw Mount there. I saw Havertz there.
Yeah, because Mount scored in the quarters, semis, and assisted and scored in the final. The only other players that's done that is Cristiano Ronaldo,
But
Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
Why didn't Werner do that?
Because Werner didn't score as many goals, but he helped create the space for Mason Mount to score the goals, for Kai Havertz to score the goals. In the final, Timo Werner's run, you go
Timo Werner had to rely on a 21-year-old for his first ever Champions League
He
goal.
almost cost us the Champions League final, bro. Missing those chances.
He got saved. Havertz saved.
He didn't because we won it, bruv. We won
Havertz
it.
saved his
Thank God to Havertz. If
yeah,
Havertz
of course, and
life.
Mount and Havertz, clutch. You know
They saved his life.
Well, listen, Werner was part of that team.
He had blood.
He was
No,
part
Johnny.
of the team,
No, Johnny.
and he was
you have to be
important.
honest.
He
He
scored
had blood
against
on
Real
his
Madrid
hands,
in the
man.
semi-final, bruv. Do you know
He
what
had
I'm
blood
saying?
on his hands. He was playing against us in that final.
He was playing against us in the Champions League final.
You can't be saying that, Daniel, bruv. Come on.
He was.
Nah, man. Nah.
If Mount didn't catch the ball and Havertz didn't score his first ever Champions League goal, we would have. Who knows what would have happened?
Listen, Pulisic almost lost the final, bruv, if he didn't score the second goal. Let's have it right. In that moment, that was pivotal, bruv.
Well, we're not going to talk about Timo's 2 missed chances in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, but it's what we killed City in that first half. We killed them.
And we killed them in the second half. We had more shots on target than them this
Right, all right.
game.
So then we said, oh, let's get a striker, man. It'll solve the problem. We bring Lukaku. He's got us 5 goals, bruv.
He's barely
I'm worried, bruv.
late, bro.
I'm worried, bruv. I'm
bro,
worried.
Johnny,
Worried.
we keep going round in circles, but we use the pre-season argument for Jorginho and Mount, but we don't use it for Lukaku.
What do you mean?
Barely played, bro.
Mount didn't have a pre-season with the team. Jorginho didn't have a pre-season.
Yeah, but Lukaku had pre-season with Inter, bruv, didn't he?
No, but we go around in circles again, bro. He's physically up there, but tactically he's not because he didn't.
No, it's not tactical. It's about if you're 28 and you've played it, well, that shows
it's
he's not
literally
adaptable.
Tactical. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It's
but it
not
shows
physical.
he's not adaptable.
Bro,
No,
Johnny,
it shows that he didn't have a pre-season.
Listen, Lukaku is going to outscore this season alone. He's going to outscore the total number of goals Werner has in the whole time he's been at Chelsea.
Well, let's see about that because I think Werner's doing.
How many goals?
How
many goals does Werner have right now in the Prem in total since last season? 7 goals, right? 7 goals. Lukaku's on what? Lukaku's on 3, right?
You know Mount has doubled that, right?
Well, Mount's outscoring everyone.
He's going to listen. Lukaku will
Werner's a
outscore
bum,
Werner.
bro. We should
That's a
sell him
fact.
right now, man. We should sell him today.
I think
People think I have an agenda, bro. I watched Werner play, bro. Like it hurts my eyes, bro. Like I can't watch.
Listen, Werner needs I don't know who mentioned it. I don't know if it's a super chat, but he does suit. He likes to play off the shoulder, man, and use his pace because he hasn't really got dribbling.
Yeah,
he can't head the ball.
No, because Werner
Yeah,
had
I'm
so
saying.
much space and so many big chances last season, and he missed most of them. So I can't hear
Yeah,
it.
but there was a
Big
lot
up
of
Ro-
inconsistency last season. A lot.
He misses way
COVID,
more than
Consistently missed
change
chances.
of manager,
he misses way
change
more
of
than he
league,
scores.
change of
No,
climate,
I'm not hearing
not
it.
being able to go out with your teammates. All these issues,
Bro,
bro.
no. No change of manager, no change of tactics doesn't
No,
make
there's
up
a
for the
big
fact
role, bro.
that we
It's a big
no, Johnny, no, because we found him in key positions in spaces where he could easily put the ball in the back of the net, and he missed open goals. He missed one-on-ones. He missed once we
Yeah,
had
but
time.
that open goals you're talking about, the ball
He
bubbled,
missed
bro,
every
before it hit his
sort of
foot.
chance you
The
could
ball
have.
bubbled, bro.
Lewis, have you seen the brother shoot? Have you seen the brother shoot?
He toe pokes everything. He
He's
plays
deadly,
like
bruv.
a 6-year-old.
I'm telling you, he's the only
He plays
striker
like a
that's made a goal
6-year-old
for
with
himself.
99 pace.
He's the only
Johnny, you're
striker that's
trolling.
made a goal for
technique,
himself, Lewis.
no dribbling,
We need to
no
sell him right
Against
now.
Zenit, he's the real
no
Timo Werner,
finishing,
bro.
no composure, no nothing. He's got nothing.
Listen, he played with Lukaku
Has got
against
the touch
Zenit.
of
Where
an
was the
elephant.
goals, bruv? Where was Lukaku's goals? Werner scored
We have
2
to sell
goals,
him
but where's
right now.
Lukaku, bruv?
At
That's
least
my
with
point.
At least with Lukaku, you can understand because you're not finding the chances for him that you find for Werner.
Well, he had a chance against
Werner,
Juve, bruv.
Werner at the
Bro,
very
we gotta
least has
sell
the
him today,
movement.
bro.
He had a chance against Southampton, bruv.
right
He
now.
tapped in.
Up
He had a
every
tap in at Southampton,
single
bruv.
time.
Lewis, put up Andrew's comment. Put up Andrew's comment, fam.
Let me go through the super chats first. Rokar says Willian has his best moments in the Champions League after Drogba and Lampard. He is the best right winger in 3 years. Third best moment in Champions League history is utterly wild, but let's go. Paul Jr. says to think the way we hype Timo when we sign him. Man is Boris with football boots. Man wouldn't perform either as a Brazzers extra. Don't talk about Brazzers because you have to finish at the end of those films, and he can't do that either. Rokar says, watch Barcelona versus Chelsea. Look at Willian's performance. You guys are telling me they have a better performance than Willian. That was the best performance by a Chelsea player in history of Barca. Even Rudy was.
Yeah, and what did we win?
Fair enough. And
Imagine
even
if Werner
Lampard
was back.
wanted Willian. He was excellent. Bro, why are we doing Willian prop? Are we that starved? Fucking hell.
Hey, respect Willian, man.
Nah,
Bro,
man.
put Gilmore on the
All
wing,
these
bro.
accounts are monster. All these accounts are him, bro.
August says 28 years
Monster,
of
stop
old has
making these
nothing to do
random
with
fucking
tactical
accounts.
awareness.
That's not me,
You
bro.
have to be tactically
That's
aware
you.
in order to produce everything. And he didn't have a pre-season, which is exactly what the problem
Lewis,
is.
put up
Now, what
Winter
comment did you
Surfer's
say you
comment.
wanted to see?
About Winter Surfer.
Bro, we need to sell.
The guy got injured kicking a corner flag. That's not even the tip of the iceberg, man.
Well, imagine if
We've had
Werner was
enough
back.
problems with Timo before we get into the corner flag incident. His finishing is atrocious. His one-on-ones is atrocious. His decision-making is atrocious. It's just work rate and movement, and that's
Tell
it.
him again, man.
That's
Lewis,
just
you need
it.
to preach the truth,
I'm
man.
bored with the Werner prop, man. He does
Yeah,
too
man.
many.
Listen,
done
you
with
got
it
to
as
give him
well.
a chance, bruv. He's
No,
hardly
we've
played
too-
this season.
We've
bro.
given him
We've
how
given him
many
a chance, bro.
chances?
I gave him the
Johnny,
reason last season.
Johnny. We're talking about a guy that's missed underneath the crossbar. We're talking about a guy
The
that's
ball
missed
bubbled,
underneath
bruv.
the crossbar.
The ball bubbled, bruv.
We're talking about a guy that's missed underneath
No,
the
he
crossbar.
saw the bubble. He didn't bubble. He saw the bubble.
He is the bubble.
He needs to
Werner
bubble
is the
out of our
bubble.
club, man.
He needs to go. First
Listen,
class
just
ticket.
play Mason Mount as striker and we'll be all right, bruv. Don't worry about that.
According to Johnny, we need 11 Mason Mounts on the pitch.
Yeah, we did. We did.
He's the third highest paid player at our Oh my.
Still was on 10 million, by the way. I hope
You see the mockery. You see the mockery. You see the fucking mockery.
Timo. Come on.
This is why
Well, you guys can scream Timo all you like. It's not going to make him a better footballer, man. Like, it's a shame.
Listen, if he outscores Lukaku, I'm coming for everyone, bruv.
You
I'm
won't.
coming for everyone.
But I can come at you, Johnny. I can come at you with the same agenda. I can come at you with the same agenda, saying if Lukaku can cast Tuchel's job, so does Timo Werner, right?
Well, no, because
Timo
Lukaku
Werner's the
costs
reason
100
why
million,
Lampard
bruv.
got sacked. Timo Werner's the
There
reason
we
why
go.
Lampard got sacked, bro.
Do you see how are you
Right,
jerking off
really?
your dog? Oh,
Can you
my
not
bad.
block me, please? Like,
Timo can't score in his fucking misses, bro.
apparently this dog's a moustache, man. I don't know.
But that brother must be barren, bro. He's defo barren.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just calling Arsenal fans wankers while stroking my dog.
Oh, fair enough.
Don't worry, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Rokar says Willian and Hazard sent Salah and De Bruyne to Forest. Willian is a cult hero. Yeah, we'll say cult hero. Yeah, cult hero. I can agree with.
Yeah, I'll say that.
We need to start
cult
being
hero.
truthful with ourselves, man. We need to start being truthful.
William brought Samba ball, bruv.
At least William could dance in the changing room.
What? I knew you didn't say with a straight face.
No, I did, but you're making me laugh, Lewis, bro.
That's all Samba ball.
He
Like,
brought Samba ball, bruv.
the only Samba I saw was him shaking his right leg.
Do you know what? You could stick William on the pitch against Barcelona barefoot, bruv, and he would ball out.
Nah, you know what? William didn't deserve to leave on the free. He should have been sold. We need to sign him and sell him again.
I respect William, bro.
He deserves to be sold.
I respect Lampard wanted to give him 2 years, bro. 2
We should have
years.
sold that guy, bro. We should have sold him.
Every manager we had loved him. All of them.
He got lucky, bro. He got lucky.
Work rate.
Mourinho,
He's a workhorse, bro. He's a
Sarri, Lampard, they all loved him.
Absolute veteran, bruv. Veteran, bruv.
From the beginning, from the first day at
No one
Chelsea,
can run like
he was-
William, bruv.
He was
No one.
veteran. He was always veteran. At 22, he was veteran.
Pedro tried to do it, and then he just run out of steam, bruv. William just goes.
Pedro scored more goals than him at the season.
Pedro's a baller. Like, if Pedro was in our team right now, he would be our best player. That's a fact.
Oh, don't be silly, monster. It's Mason Mount, bruv, all day long.
I don't think you understand how good Pedro was.
I know how good Pedro is. I watched him at Barca, but I'm
Clutch
telling
as
you
well.
now, at the age he is now, he'd be great.
Now, I'm
fantastic. But
Somebody
Mason
back
Mount would be reaping
If
the
we had
benefits
16,
of him.
17 Pedro, he'd be the
talking
best
about
player.
a younger Pedro. I'm not talking about
Oh,
now
younger
Pedro.
Pedro, yeah, of course, younger
Lewis,
Pedro.
imagine Pedro
I'm
against
talking.
a
I thought you were talking about now, as in him now.
Pedro against a low block.
He's too old now.
Oh, Pedro
he
against
could
low
pretty
block,
much shoot.
man, that will be sweet, man. How
Pedro could
how
shoot,
good.
man.
This guy could
Pedro
shoot.
can run behind the defense. They will not even know he was there.
His pressing was unbelievable too.
Yeah.
Pedro was unreal. Like, he was so underrated at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like
that's the thing. Like, when it comes to
when
Pedro,
he started doing the 360 spin, that got old. Like he used to do that a lot.
Oh yeah, he did. I remember he did it against Everton and he slapped it.
That little spin. I'm like, bro, if you don't dribble, and he spins like
He'll be our
360
best
like
winger.
4 or 5 times. Man.
He'll be our best winger, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah, when you have Pulisic, that's not hard, man.
Wow.
That's not hard when you have Pulisic, bro. How's that hard?
Captain America.
The only captain is Mason Mount, bruv. He ain't bringing no captain minerals at
Reece James
26,
exists,
bruv.
by the way.
Yeah, but I think Mount. We saw it clear as day. Mount's going to be the captain. I think that's just clear, man.
It's between them two. I don't care who gets.
What if
it.
Rice? What if Rice comes in?
What if Reece gets vice?
Wait.
Yeah, because Mason Mount went up to Pickford, pushed him, and said, "Get on with a fucking goal kick,
If
man."
Rice comes in, then Rice gets it above everyone.
Nah, forget Rice, bruv. No,
Declan Rice.
That's the first thing I agree with. Forget Rice.
Johnny just wants to threesome between Rice and Mount. That's a fact.
Declan Rice only exists because he's Mason Mount's best friend. That is the only reason Chelsea are linked to Declan Rice.
Yeah, but he's one of our
Because
own,
he's
Ben.
Mason Mount's best
That's some
friend.
respect. He's a
By
baller,
Calvin
man.
Phillips, he's
fucking
cheaper and does the same fucking job. Honestly,
By
Listen,
who?
listen.
Declan Rice.
If Declan Rice comes in, he'll be Chelsea captain.
No, he won't, Monster. No, he won't. He won't. He paid for the scum West Ham. All right, we're not giving the captaincy to them. Mason Mount gets it, bro. Mason Mount gets it.
What midfielder did we have that was a captain for Chelsea that used to play for West Ham?
Yeah, I don't know. Did he go on to manage us as well?
Oh, yeah, but Super Frank
Frank
is a listen. Super Frank didn't come from our academy and go to West Ham and then come back, did he? He was already at West Ham. There's a difference. That's not his fault. That's not his fault. Declan Rice chose to go to West Ham, bro.
Lampard played.
Yeah, but Declan Rice chose to go West Ham, bro. Lampard was already at West Ham, and we bought him.
Yeah, but Chelsea released Declan Rice. What was he going to do? Was he going to sit there on his arse?
You don't go West Ham, bruv. History tells you. History tells you that. If you're proper Chelsea, why would you go West Ham, bruv?
What does that mean? They released him.
Why couldn't he go and play for fucking Newcastle or
I'm not the
or
biggest
Man United or do you know what I'm
We
saying?
shouldn't have released him.
I'm not the biggest fan of
West
West Ham
Ham
either.
scouts, innit?
What about Joe Cole?
sorry, in that logic, sorry, Lewis, in that logic, right? All right, this isn't West Ham, it's a bit different. But Willian played for Chelsea for years. And then when his contract expired, he went to Arsenal on a free. On that basis, because Willian went to go play for rivals, is he a prick as well? Should he never been?
Well, no, because he made them worse. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, but like,
yeah, but it's true.
No, what you've said, Johnny, and you're contradicting yourself, bruv. You've literally said Declan Rice went to play for that scum West Ham. Lampard played for that.
They are scum, by the way.
No, they're scum, bro. They're scum. And but no. The difference with Lampard, Ben. The difference with Lampard is Lampard was already there. He didn't come from Chelsea. He wasn't released from Chelsea, and then and didn't have any allegiance to Chelsea. But he signed from West Ham to go and play for Chelsea and became our legend. Yeah.
Okay.
Declan Rice has come from the DNA of Chelsea Football Club and gone to those scum.
Okay. Jose Mourinho, considered a Chelsea great. You know, got
but he's a manager. It's different, man. Manager's different.
And went to Tottenham. Like,
I know, and I hate Mourinho for that. I do. I hate him for that.
He's got to take a job, though, innit? Like,
yeah, he takes a job, but you don't go to Spurs, bruv. And Conte's a rat as well. You don't go to Spurs. You just do not do that.
I'm sorry, like.
You go to any other club.
In the club. There's a reason.
Any other club.
When he got sacked, he
What about Ijaga Johnson?
Exactly.
He went Barca, didn't he?
Then he went Tottenham.
Yeah, but his career was over, bruv. They only take pensioners, bruv.
So was.
But I'm
sure Mourinho and Conte.
No. We've never sold players in their prime to Tottenham or Arsenal. They've never been in their prime.
Not in the Abramovich
Czech
era,
wasn't in
no.
his prime when he went to Arsenal. We're going to fucking disregard Petr Cech. William wasn't in his prime when we sold him to Arsenal.
Using that against you, like you've literally gone. Declan Rice played for West Ham, so he's a prick because he's a Chelsea academy. And then you were saying, "Oh, William made Arsenal worse," and now you're actually using my point to
because he's gone. He's gone from none of these players I've mentioned have come from our academy. None of them. Only Declan Rice has come from our academy. Or if Conor Gallagher leaves our academy and he goes and plays for West Ham, and then we want to buy him back, it's the same thing, isn't it? The other players we've mentioned, we've bought them from
Johnny. Johnny literally saying one example to support him and same example to kind of contradict himself. Johnny, you just going around in circle.
All right.
No, I'm saying if Declan Rice chose to go West Ham, he chose to go West Ham. And now they
you guys,
Johnny, 1 second.
Johnny, 1 second. Rokar says Willian is a better player in the Champions League. He's better than Ziyech, Pulisic, and Havertz. He scored against Barca and hit the post 3 times. That is why Messi wanted to play with him, because he hit the post 3 times. I'm not too sure about that. Says Willian is easily one of the best right wingers in Chelsea history. 7 years. Oh boy.
He has nothing going on.
Paul Jr. says, "Do you think we'll beat Villa?" Let's get through Wolves first, innit? Let's get through Wolves and then maybe we can look at Villa. And Roca also says, Willian saved Lampard's job. Watch his interview. Lampard loves Willian. We qualified because of Willian and not because of Pulisic. Watch Lampard's interview. Willian should be respected. And we always celebrate Willian's goals.
I'm going to disagree with that.
I respect Willian.
I do respect Willian. No. You know, his absolute masterclass against Spurs will never be forgotten in the Lampard era. But there were other players that genuinely stepped up for Lampard. Let's talk about the main man. And I know one individual is going to get a massive boner when I mention this name. Mason Money Minerals.
Money Minerals, man, mate.
Obviously, Mason Mount played massive.
Carried us for 2 years, man. He's carrying us right now as we speak.
We'll talk about, obviously, Reece James. Reece James came through as a Lampard player. Like, obviously, look, he was doing well at Wigan. He was doing well on loan. Stop putting Christensen on there, Lewis. Stop it. He was not a player under Lampard. He did not save Lampard's job. He's a Tuchel boy.
I respect his masterclass against Man City at home. Can't be asked.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
2-6 masterclass against Man City at home.
Big up Jan in the comments as well.
Big up.
Guys, just to let you know.
Big up Jan. I'm good, man. I'm good, Jan. Bless up.
We ain't beating Wolves, by the way.
What makes you say that?
Adama versus Alonso. My word.
No. What's going to happen is we'll put Alonso up front just to save us the left back liability, and then Dave can go left back. Why not?
Dave struggled a bit, didn't he?
Left back, if you want.
Dave did struggle a bit.
Chelsea need to buy Luka
Dave
Dean,
at left
man.
back or Alonso at left back?
Dave.
Chelsea need to buy Luka Dean, man. need to buy Luka Dean.
What?
Yeah, he's a good shout, but I think it's temporary though.
I want Theo.
He's spending money for the sake
because
of it.
Everton's had a
Chile's
left
not
back.
coming. Chile's not coming back
Everton's had a
anytime
left
soon.
back. That's why.
Mansur, if you're Mansur,
No.
remember my conversation with you on Twitter Space one time about when I looked at the injury before and what I said. Remember that? That was my biggest question. How is he gonna be? Because it did. From what I saw, it wasn't the separation complete, and that's what I'm saying. If it's not the complete separation, it's just a string. He can. I promise you, he can come. But it won't be easy. It will be on the back of his head, though. It will be mental problem.
Two players had the same, relatively long injuries. One has come back and he's had like some good games, but ultimately there are a lot of people saying that he's never going to be his best again, and that's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But the other player that I am going to mention is Callum Hudson-Odoi, because he had a very bad injury. He had a horrible injury.
Yeah. Career-ending injury.
Not as bad as the Ruben Loftus-Cheek injury.
Listen, Chelsea are just delaying with Chilwell. With Chilwell, Chelsea are delaying the inevitable. I put my money on it. He's probably going to get that surgery. When he gets that surgery, we have to buy a left back.
Yeah. If we were just looking for a replacement for Alonso, I don't know if that guy is actually on the list, bruv. I think he's only on the list now because he's fallen out with Benitez, right? And he's Premier League proven. He's French. He's at a decent age, and we'll probably get him for decent money. And that's the only reason we're going to go and buy him.
So it was 20 million pounds, something like that.
21.
And he's a good backup.
He was a good
back. Digne is normally the first. Well, before like Benitez come along, Digne was always one of the first people I put in my fantasy league because he does so well.
He's a good left back. And he's crossing he's a really good crosser of the ball as well.
Yeah.
Monster above Trent and Robbo, he had the most assists from a fullback. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I've always liked, this is the thing though, like Luka Dean is someone I've always thought was a good player anyway, even before. Yeah, because he's always been a quality player, innit? Even before, Everton snapped him up. So if Chelsea have the opportunity to bring him in, I would say just bring him in.
Even if it's going to be loaned later and make money off of it, just bring him.
Exactly. If you can loan him now, just loan him. Just loan him.
Back up left back.
Get Alonso the hell out of there, man.
Get Alonso.
How old is he, by the way? How old is he?
Alonso's good for some
28.
games.
Dean is 28.
There are some games where you do want to be playing Alonso.
So we're just going to get another Ross Barkley situation.
No, we would
get
have.
him on loan.
Look, we would have get rid of Alonso this season too. Remember, he didn't supposed to be at the squad either. He's supposed to be sold. But Chelsea all of a sudden went, all of a sudden raised the price.
Lampard isolated Alonso for good reason, obviously. He had Chilwell, so he isolated Alonso. If Lampard stayed, we all know that Alonso would be gone by now. But I'm still saying that there are some games, not all games, where Alonso does shine. When he's in that left wing-back position, there are games where Alonso will come in handy because the way he goes forward, if it's a game where we can attack that team, Alonso is the key player because he will go forward. Obviously, this is if Chilwell's injured, by the way. Like, we can't use Chilwell. But when we've got a game where we can actually attack, and we've got, squad depth to hold the game up, and we can actually rely on our centre-backs and midfield, Alonso's a key player because he's going to go up and more than likely he's going to score a free kick, he's going to score a goal, or he's going to get an assist. And that's why Alonso is still
the question is how good is a
I agree with that, Ben.
Well, literally. So let's just put it this way: when we have Kante back, when we've got Rudiger Christensen and Thiago Silva playing absolutely incredibly, that's when we can play Alonso. Because Reece James can clear up at the back as well. Reece James can go forward. Alonso can go forward. When the only reason we're struggling at the moment is because we don't have Kante. We have shown we need Kante.
I think Kovacic is better with Alonso on the left. I think
we've struggled because our wing backs are pivotal. When we lost Chilwell and we've lost Kante and Kovacic, that is
Johnny, I disagree.
Right now.
We're losing the midfield. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we're losing the midfield battle. And the reason, like I keep telling people, we did not invent the press slicer. Our inverted wing, how you say that? James and Alonso playing in the midfield. It's not because it's invention; it's necessity. Because a pivot is bad on transition, so they live in that. They stay back and they live in that empty spot in the middle. So that's why those players moving into those spaces. That's the only reason. We wouldn't have done it if we had the what's his name? Any proper defensive mid, strong defensive mid that does not be afraid to get caught out of position. We will not play those players over there because he would have pushed forward and not get caught out of position. That's the reason why we play James and the other guy over there.
That's what
not
I was
only that.
I agree.
Every time Alonso gets on the ball, if you watch yesterday, look at how he's a target. Like teams target Alonso. So I watched it every time he got the ball. About 3 or 4 Everton players, they go right to him to go and attack him.
Quick mention. In the beginning, I was with you. I don't know your name. On the bottom. In the beginning, I was with you. Alonso could done a good job as a offensive wing back. Now I start to see even that was poor. He holds on to the ball a little bit too much longer, and he loses possession. And I haven't seen them doing before. Now I start to see that too. So I would disagree with you with Alonso even play any kind of part of Chelsea anymore.
No, the reason what I was going to say is, and this is what it doesn't matter if we have Chilwell, it doesn't matter if we have Alonso, it doesn't matter if we sign Lukaku. The reason why our defense is so leaky at the moment is because they were protected heavily by that midfield. When we had Jorginho in Kante playing together, barely any man were getting through because Jorginho was stepping up and making tackles, playing as a defensive mid. Obviously, Jorginho's the more attacking midfielder, in my opinion. When I say attacking, he does sit a bit further back, but he's the one who distributes everything in that midfield, like my Regista and all that, effectively. He's playing.
Don't use this word in my presence.
But when we haven't had Kante with Jorginho, Kante provides that defensive support when Jorginho goes forward to distribute, and Kante has been protecting the defence. Obviously, I'm not slating the defence one bit. They are a good defence. When Christensen, Rudiger, and Thiago Silva are on their heyday, barely any man are getting through. But if so many balls are getting through, there's only so many times they can stop it, where the midfield hasn't. And that's why Chelsea's defence are getting isolated. I think I love Thiago Silva. I love Christensen. I love Rudiger. But if you put too much pressure on them, they crumble.
Yeah. What happens is, I think Daniel make the joke.
Mentality.
I think what Daniel said is people thought it was a joke, but he said it as a joke, but he actually said it right.
Why are they calling me Ginger, man? Not Ginger, for fuck's sake.
Ginger.
Oh, I remember that from years ago.
What I'm saying is Daniel said is a joke, but he's actually right about it. The people that play around Jorginho, they do all the physical work. They do the running. So eventually they're gonna get
the team's
hurt
built
more.
around Jorginho. That's the point. It's built
I know
around
that, but
Jorginho.
I agree with that. I agree that we're playing around Jorginho more than we're playing around anybody else. So even Tuchel said that when he came to Chelsea. He did say that. So my perspective is because Daniel said it's a joke, but I don't think it was a joke. It was a real problem, a real thing. Because we're playing with those not physical, but the fast movement players around Jorginho. They get injured. They get injured more often.
Redneck. Everton just bought a new left back, so I think Digne is more capable now.
They put the Ukrainian guy, right?
Yeah. I don't like him. He's a flop.
I'd rather go and buy Gosens, mate.
No. I actually know the player.
Isn't he like a left mid?
He's kind of wing back.
Yeah, but isn't he like more of attacking? Like we want a more defensive.
No. He has a good power.
Who?
The guy from Ukraine.
Yeah, Gosens is quality. Trust me, he's quality.
Yeah, no, I'm not rating his attacking ability, but I'm just saying if we're going to be buying a left wing back or a left back, surely we want to have someone defensive minded, man. Like we can't.
He's solid, man. He's solid, Ben. He's solid in defense.
I trust that. But again, I want someone who like, this is not about Gosens. I want an actual like defensive left back. I want someone like a Tagliafico type player.
Are you talking about the same player from Ukraine that goes to Everton?
No. Tagliafico is the Ajax defender.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were talking about the Ukraine.
Let me go
Everton signed Ukrainian left back.
Zinchenko?
No, Zinchenko, not Ukrainian left back. From Dynamo Kiev.
Oh, yeah.
Rokar says Willian is a legend. You have to respect him. Tuchel sell people for Willian. Willian has offers, but he loved Chelsea and he saved Lampard's job. It wasn't just Willian, bro.
Willian who saved Lampard's job, man.
He also says Willian was a left winger because of how
Mason Mount saved his job, man.
I've never seen Willian lose possession.
Stop making these freaking accounts.
You guys complained that he didn't pass. Did you ever see Willian lose the ball? Yes. Numerous times per game, my guy.
Watch Willian take a corner.
This guy was one of the most frustrating players I have ever watched live.
He should be charged. He should be charged with assault. He should be charged with assault.
Yeah, I appreciate the hell out of you, Rokar. But did you watch Willian? Did you watch Willian take a corner? Answer me this, Rokar. Did you watch Willian over the last 2-3 years for us? Honestly, honest opinion. Because if you did and you're saying, did you ever see Willian lose the ball? We need to have a serious conversation. Because I saw Willian lose the ball so many times per game. To the point where it was frustrating. It was so annoying.
His first touch was
good servant to the club. A great cult hero and all of that. Ability, we ain't having it. I can't talk.
I don't want to come across as Willian agenda. I love Willian. Don't get me wrong.
Jamie, cry more, bro. It's facts.
If I was ever an opposing manager playing against Chelsea, and Chelsea have a corner, I am putting none of my defenders back post because that ball ain't making back post. All my defenders are going front post because that corner never beats the first man.
He'll just go over everyone and go out for
No, it doesn't even beat the first man, bro.
No, I mean, it either beats the first man or it beats everybody.
Well, thank God we got Mason Mount and Reece James.
Yeah,
Mason. Thank God we got Mason Mount on corners at the very least. Thank the Lord.
And Ziyech.
I think Ziyech is good.
Did you ever see Willian lose the ball and the opposition team score? There might have been the odd time, but like he lost possession a lot. He lost possession a lot, man.
The thing is, in his in his prime days for Chelsea, Willian barely lost the ball. And Willian had like a 99 physicality, 99 stamina if he had an ultimate team card. But
Jamie, don't do this, bro, because do you know how many times I've been in arguments with the likes of Xavi on these streams because I've been saying Kante turns over the ball too much. I get at Kante so much.
I mean, Kante,
so like, yes, I do. I go on about Kante bare.
Kante's the only reason Arsenal celebrate the yearly 2-2. Just saying.
Yeah, like even in the run to the Champions League final, I was getting into beef because I was like, he didn't deserve man of the match. I thought he was poor. Well, not poor. I thought he wasn't man of the match. Like we've had arguments about that before, plenty of times. I like to feel like I'm honest on all players. Saggy Sacks says if we aren't going to replace Chilwell, we need to change his formation. Alonso offers nothing to this club and teams target that side. That's the thing. But who goes at left back if we change to a back four?
Dave.
All right, so then we're still not going to have much going forward. And he doesn't have the same legs that he had 6 years ago, so we're still in the same problem.
That's exactly what I was about.
See, Xavi don't even want it now.
The only thing I'm going to say about Dave, he is a quality defender, and like if he's like sat at the back and can clear up, that's absolutely fine. But nowadays, and this was basically coming across since Sarri, if anything, like from Sarri to years, this is when we could see it. Dave's age is showing, like. You've got pacey man that are beating him for pace, and he can't run back and catch up. Exactly.
Like you see in Lampard's spell when we played him right back, and he never started because he didn't have the legs for it.
Exactly.
Then we go to a back five. We play him at right centre back, same as Pulisic from 16-17.
Exactly. Like, I'm not.
Because you play to his strengths.
Exactly. Like
Rokar says, please show me a video where Willian lost the ball and we conceded. The truth is we never did. If it didn't directly lead to a goal, fair enough, but it still directly led to the loss of possession and the end of countless attacks, which is exactly what the problem was. Sorry, Ben.
That's all right. Like, back on. So with Dave, obviously, everyone could see it. Right, he's not a wing back anymore. Like, maybe if he comes on for the last 10 or something as a wing back replacement, then but when it comes to like Dave as a fully wing back, he always gets chased. And there are so many pacey players now. Like, I mean, if you play him against Watford, even he's got his Miley Sarr to deal with. You think he's going to beat his Miley Sarr for pace? No chance.
But that's why we can't switch to a back four anyway. But also, Jamie, you said attacks Willian and Kante. Answer for your crimes, my guy. Just want to say that one still. That was a minute ago, but yeah, go off. Sorry, man.
You just don't want to be talking, innit? You just don't want to get demonetized, bro.
There's two different conversations happening at once. It's the same thing with all of these
Have we spoke about Saul yet? I'm guessing you have.
we haven't even really gone too deep. We've just been like, he's shit, and that's it. He's just shit.
Okay, so this guy, I looked at his wages last night. We are paying this Dom between 195 to 200,000 pounds per week.
You see why Rudiger's sitting there like, I'm not signing a 100.
Exactly. Marina's done a great job, isn't she? She's done a great job there.
Yeah, no. Whoever scouted Saul needs a sack, bruv. Whoever looked at this guy and went, you know what? He's going to
Ben, we've been scouting him for 2 years because of that Scott that keeps on scouting.
Yeah, Scott McCockling or whatever.
Hey,
he
fuck
needs to
him
go.
Fuck him
But I'll tell you, the one player we need to get out of our club, all right, and it is starting. Why is Barkley still a player?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is
Get
Barkley
Barkley out,
still-
man. Get him out of here.
Why is Barkley still wearing this badge, bro? Why does Barkley get to have this badge when he plays? He is dropping stinker after stinker after stinker. We dropped it. We actually gave him a chance yesterday.
And people were coming out when he made that assist. They were coming out going, Barkley's real deal. He's top quality.
Barkley's
No, he
back
ain't.
and all of that shit.
I never said that.
I
was the one
Not
person
you.
who
I heard
stood
you.
my ground.
It
and
was
said,
here on
next
Lewis's
game
stream,
he drops
bro.
a stinker.
I don't know who said it, but they need to go back and rewrite, mate, because that was
listen.
terrible. That was a stinker, bro.
Ross
The only
Barkley's
thing-
prop in 2021, you know.
The only
Yeesh.
thing that Ross Barkley is a threat to is anyone who sits in the Matthew Harding upper or Shed Upper's noses. That's the only thing he's a threat to.
He's a threat in the pub as well, that drunk Lord fam.
Like, you guys remember that Rudiger, right? Chelsea will be distributing every single one of those to the Shed Upper and Matthew Harding upper if Barkley is given chances, bruv.
Oh,
Like,
fucking hell.
he's just a glorified, missing,
Barkley's finished, bro.
overrated
He's finished.
shit bag. He's a scouse.
I
drip.
can't believe I was
Keep the Scousers. Let them know it's Christmas time.
Oh my days, I love this.
Let them know it's
Christmas time.
Reggie Fort says United equals finishing, poor finishing. West Ham, Mendy nightmare. Zenit, the whole team. Also, West Ham will add build-up play. Zenit, the whole team. Everton finishing. Why is Alonso the go-to? Alonso isn't the go-to excuse anymore. No, Alonso is not the go-to excuse anymore. Let's
Lewis,
be real.
I'm so sorry. I need to rant again about because you know what I'm going to be on about last night in that sexual chat. And Johnny, please be quiet for a bit because I am going to be backing your boy. Don't worry, I am backing
Go on,
your
son.
boy.
Go on, Ben.
Anyway,
Ben minerals, mate.
there are so many people last night, right? And you guys know who you are. Take that badge off your chest. Anyway, the man was saying that Mason Mount was to blame because he missed the biggest chance in the game. And these guys were protecting man like Reece James, Christian Pulisic, who were missing chances as well. Mason Mount was the only guy who actually stepped up last night and took a chance. But apparently because he missed like the biggest chance of the game, he's to blame. Get the fuck out of here, bruv. Why are you blaming the man who stepped up and scored?
I'm here to answer that. I was the one that said it.
I'm here as well.
Like, Cole, tell me, why is Mason Mount to blame? Why is
Ben, do you still need a Wolves?
First of all, I didn't blame him.
It was criticism.
It was a criticism. Johnny made it personal. That's the situation was. Johnny makes everything personal about the Mount. All we said, none of us.
No. It wasn't personal. I just backed him. He's the least of our problems, bro.
Shush.
The least of our problems.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. We
He's
never
our best
finished a
player,
sentence.
man of the match.
No, we're not going back here again, are we?
That's exactly what's the problem. Nobody can ever finish when it comes to Mason Mount. Nobody said that Mason Mount was shit.
You must just
We
keep
said
quiet.
that all three was bad because we had 23 chances and scored one. That's it.
I hear that. The only thing that I'm going to say on that is obviously...
Hold on. Did you think Mount should not score that chance?
Obviously, look, he should have scored that chance.
No. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm going to be like a judge. Yes or no?
Here's a no. Yeah, all right. He should have scored. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And you can moan at that, but you can't...
But no one finishes every chance.
Because there are quality strikers. But Ronaldo, there's a famous clip, right, of Cristiano Ronaldo missing a chance worse than Timo Werner's. Oh, and I've got a burger and chips.
It happens, bro. Big players.
You better tip the man for that.
Yeah, But
they miss chances. No one scores every chance, bruv. No one scores every
thank you
chance.
to the guy for bringing you food.
That's my granddad. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, why you didn't say thank you?
I did. I said thank you. I said I nodded at him. I appreciated him. And now I've got a dog who's looking at me wanting food. Anyway, what I was saying was, but there are people, right? No one scores every single chance. No one scores it. Like I said, there is a famous clip of Cristiano Ronaldo missing a chance worse than what Timo Werner has missed. And look at that. If Ronaldo ever missed that chance, would people ever blame Ronaldo? No, because Ronaldo is that guy who steps up and delivers. Last night, Mason
Mount delivers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That wasn't the point.
If it was Timo Werner,
I get what you're
people would say Timo doesn't deliver. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why they're criticising him.
You're allowed to be frustrated that Mount missed that chance. But if you're going to be frustrated that Mount missed that chance, you need to say with equal chest that Reece James was to blame.
Hell yeah.
Christian Pulisic was to blame.
I would have. Johnny didn't let me.
Yeah, okay.
That's the problem.
No, I thought you were the guy who was just solely blaming Mount.
Bollocks, Ben. I come in and they're all fucking coming at Mount straight away as soon as I come in. Do you know what I'm saying? Now they're backtracking to make it to suit their agenda.
Here's the reason.
Go back and watch it, Ben. You'll hear the minerals, man. You'll hear it, bro. Trust me.
What?
Go back and listen to the beginning of the stream, bruv, and you'll see what I was up against, bruv.
That's effort.
The nonsense, the bangers and mash that I was hearing, bruv. Come on.
Johnny, Willian is not the bad guy. Stop talking about him. He's better than every attacker in Chelsea's right side. Please, Lewis, tell me one goal where Willian's a winger, bro. It's not about him being responsible for goals or not. It's about him being able to contribute on the other side of the pitch, and he barely ever did. And that's what the problem was. He was good for work rate, good for decoy runs and that. But
stop watching porn.
No. Let's give
Saki Sax also says Alonso's
Monster, why are you watching Black, bro?
The exterminator. Somehow he ends up staying in this team every transfer window. It's the wages. Same thing with all of our dead.
Why are you watching Black?
No, go back to Rose.
Chill.
Go back to the other one that you just put, the super chat. I want to read that quickly and just. Truth is, in Chelsea history, Willian is not the bad guy. Yeah, we're not saying he is. Like, Willian has done a lot more good things for Chelsea than he has bad. Just when a player is coming to sort of the end of their career, they're getting past 30, they're more prone to making mistakes. We're not saying that Willian is a player that only ever made mistakes at Chelsea. That Willian was costing Chelsea. Willian, in my eyes.
Sorry, I have to read somebody's chat.
In ages.
HM, your mama should be swallowing you. I already told you that.
Let's reference the tragic season that was 15-16. Who was the only player that was putting in effort game after game after game?
You're talking about that horrible season.
In what half of the season?
You're talking about that horrible.
I was talking about when Mourinho.
It's not even a half. It's a couple of months of the season.
Everyone else.
Then it was just Aspi and Willian. After that, it was Aspi and Costa.
That terrible season we had, where Mourinho left us in 15th or something.
Yeah, he got sacked in December.
Exactly. Thank you, Winter Surfer, bringing up the stats for people to see.
But what I'm saying,
37 goals in 7 years,
When Mourinho
was Willian would just waste Hazard's assists and just take up space.
Hazard got 88 assists in 88 created chances in the 17-18 season and only 4 assists. Horrific.
The most of them went to Willian.
Lack of finishing, bro.
Exactly. Willian and fucking Morata.
Willian turns up when it's like Tottenham or something like that. That's when he turns up.
Impotent FC.
Because we're
Willian
singing
turns
his song.
up when Mourinho's about. That is when Willian turns up.
Oh, when he's fighting for a new contract. That's when he.
Yeah, when Willian wants a new contract, or just to absolutely troll Gooners. It gives them the perfect first game, then drops stinker after stinker after stinker.
Him singing his own chant.
Y'all not scared for that Wolves game though?
Huh?
Y'all not scared of that Wolves game?
Look, I think we've got Kovacic back for the Wolves, so that is a positive.
He's going to be nowhere in their match fit.
And he's going to. Doesn't matter if he's match fit or not. If Kovacic can start and get through the first half, I'm going to be very comfortable because like I've said for ages, the reason why I think our defence has been so leaky is because we haven't had that midfield protection, and Kovacic is going to offer with Jorginho that midfield protection. So
someone trying to trigger you, Lewis. Somebody tried to trigger Lewis.
Oh, that's Jamie. He always tries to trigger me. It's cool.
Oh, Jamie loves trolling.
Yeah, and he loves Willian as well, so he's getting a bit offended right now.
So I have a question. I have a question for everybody. So we know that the people that did not go on loan in the summer gonna go on loan this time. It's probably Barkley, Sarr. Who else is?
I don't want Barkley to go online. I don't want Barkley to go online. I want his contract. What I would love, right?
Terminated.
It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. Barkley's at home with his family, enjoying a wrap, because obviously Scouse habits, a bin dipped wrap with his family. And Marina turns up at his door. And goes, Barkley, I would like to talk to you about your new contract. And Barkley would be like, oh yeah, Marina, I'd love to see that. Oh, but Mason should have given me that penalty though. Mate, I love that. And then Marina just gets out a lighter, a gold-plated 24-carat lighter, flicks it up and
for a
just burns
cigar
the contract in front of his kids, in front of his girlfriend at Christmas time, and says, by the way, your transfer list is...
Feed the Scousers. Let them know it's Christmas time. Marina's singing that, bro.
Yeah, that's when. And then she just she had it as a custom horn. So you get those like clown horns, like she just presses on the horn. It says.
My thing is, what about if we get assigned to Chimene on loan, buy him, we'll loan him back to Monaco.
The successful transfer window for Chelsea in January. I don't care who we sign, as long as Barkley goes. That's a good window.
Oh, that's just
what about
pure
Alonso?
agenda, right? Okay.
No. I mean, Alonso can go as well, but it will be the most successful window when we rip up Barkley's contract and make him eat it.
Just genuine question: did you ever wanted him at Chelsea in the first place, or no?
So, all right, I'll be honest, right? At first, I liked the possibility of Barkley. It was a cheap transfer fee for a good squad depth player. Then I sat through a whole season of the same substitution.
Yo, what?
I think Ross Barkley had enough of the slander.
Yo, Monster, that midfield of Rice, Gallagher, and Mount you want, right?
I'm not saying it was gonna be ugly. I'm just hope Mount can stick to his role though.
I just want to make sure that Monster, yeah.
I'm not hating it. Let's say that.
No, I'm not like this guy. Because I know he said something different. He's not even paying attention. He's lucky.
No, he wants Rice, Gallagher, Mount, and Gilmore, bro. He wants what Johnny wants. Monster's converted, bro. He's converted, bro. He's converted. He's finally seen the light.
Many, no
Willian, bro.
I said Rice or Shuameni, bro. Whichever one.
I actually don't care. I will prefer Rice because I see him more. I just don't know nothing about Tuchemeni. That's all it is. I haven't watched the guy. That's all the reason. No. I don't know. I haven't watched him, so I don't know. That's all it is. I like Rice better for only one reason. Just because I saw him. Plus, I kind of want that.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Jim.
Oh,
yes,
he's finally following me.
People?
Yes, bro. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, so you still on. I was like, blimey, he's doing a long one today. So he's just got back as well.
Shit, he just got him trip to World Cup tournament.
Yeah, man. We're here trying to like finance the Club World Cup, and we're this close.
Yeah. What's happening? I heard earlier Johnny screaming his nut off, and then I turned off.
Yeah, I lost my voice again. Fucker.
I'm not saying that Mount should have scored a goal. He should be scoring.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I feel sorry for the people like Lewis and Johnny that went down there to watch that shit. I would have pulled my hair out, to be honest.
I missed the birthday party.
Yeah, honestly, bro, and Fato as well. Yeah, man.
L's
Honestly,
just continue this year, man.
Listen,
fuck you now.
Just no excuse not to beat that Everton team with that blimmin'.
That was a
Steve
U23
team that they had out, man. I'm sorry, we had so much experience on the pitch still. Like, it's embarrassing. And 23 shots on target. Sorry, 23 shots and only blimmin' one goal is just unacceptable. I'm sorry, man. We can't defend
especially
that.
who we played against.
Yeah, you just
Like
can't
Braithwaite
defend that.
got his first goal against us. Braithwaite.
Oh, is that Monster? Yes, bro. What's happening, bro? Is he there?
Don't you remember? Don't you remember when
He's beating it.
Don't you remember when Naismith backed us up? That was horrible, man.
Oh,
Naismith
Bob,
was
Johnny?
switch his
horrible
Wi-Fi
play.
back on.
Johnny's it.
No, my
Yes,
my
Jay.
phone
What's
died.
happening?
What's happening,
My
bro?
phone died.
Can't be
Yeah.
arsed.
What do you mean can't be arsed? I was just enjoying
Oh
myself.
no! I'm not saying nothing.
Scousers, let them know it's Christmas time.
You can sing that all stream. I'll never get bored.
I love it. I love it.
And then, but like for this Wolves games now, well, we got both RLC and Georgie out.
Well, no, he said Kante and Kovacic might have to play this game, from what we understand, even though they haven't had no minutes. But let's be
Like,
serious. We ain't got much
Yeah, he
choice.
said might. He said might.
He will
That
play
doesn't
it, man.
mean-
He ain't playing Barkley and Southsea. Let's be serious. After the performances we've been putting in.
If Barkley and Saul even make the starting lineup, I'm not watching.
But guys, let's be
And I'm
serious.
congratulating Wolves on
We
their
expect
3 points.
Kovacic to be running around.
I thought the Premier League were cancelling all fixtures this weekend.
They should.
I'm surprised because
Other than Chelsea.
already
They just want to. It's the campaign against Chelsea, isn't it?
They just want us to drop
against
points.
Chelsea, man. That's what they're doing it for. They
They want
cancel
to
everyone
drop
else's game.
Sorry
except
to
us.
interrupt, but I've got to go. So peace out. Stay safe.
Bless, bro.
See you
I'll
later.
see you on the
man.
next stream.
Have a good
Go
Christmas.
up,
worries,
Chelsea.
I'll go. We'll be on tomorrow
Fuck off,
anyway.
Barkley.
By the way, Chelsea is one of the most clubs that most vaccinated players, so I don't think we're getting postponed. Chelsea is one of those clubs, actually.
They should be. If everyone else is, then so should we.
I think the only good news I got from today was that Havertz is negative, isn't he? He's not
Yeah,
tested
he's
positive, so
playing.
that's good news.
He's playing.
Yeah, we did
We need it.
Charles tweeted today. I thought there was a press
We
conference.
needed one of any of them. One of the strikers out of the 3. Just anyone we needed
Yeah,
yesterday.
just start
Not
Havertz
yesterday.
was
We could have won without them. Let's be serious. We should have won without them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very hard when you got Soul up there, bruv.
He shouldn't have been up
Yeah.
there. I don't
Played
get
there
how
for
you
15
go right
minutes.
Southgate up front.
Johnny, he played it for 15 minutes. What about 75
didn't.
before?
No, he didn't. He
I
played
mean,
for
those.
longer than
I
that.
feel like those chances in the first half, we take them, then it's just an easy game.
Listen, we
Like
could have been
James-
3-0 up by 25 minutes. We had so many
James,
guilty
Mount.
chances. It's ridiculous.
That's a fact.
It's embarrassing.
Kovacic, Kante. So we're gonna play Kovacic, Kante there midfield. then.
I'm so surprised, Jay. Like, I was actually just shocked James missed that. The way he's been recently, I was like, what? That went wide?
Bro, this Alonso thing's peak, though. I'm not going to lie. It's fucking up our system as well. We need to.
It is, but like Alonso's not the only problem now. I can't.
It is with this system.
We're not
because when you,
saying
can I
that,
just say
bro,
something really
but-
quickly, right? When you watch
Go on.
how we played yesterday, we were heavily reliant down the right wing. We do not
Yeah.
use our left whatsoever because we can't trust to even think that he can create down that wing. You know, he gets one in about 10, 15 minutes down the wing. Other than that, every time Jorginho or the midfield or the defence get the ball, they're always looking for Reece James and Mount on the other end. That's why if you were there, it was all coming down our right. It's so unbalanced at the moment. We're heavily reliant on it. It's ridiculous.
Like, there's
I
just,
hear that,
there's
but
just
the
no
midfield's a problem,
build
so
up
is
of
the
attack
attack
down
too.
the left hand side.
We can't.
And then this is why Reece James has to like go extra hard and try. Like Reece James and Mount, they're trying so hard trying to build up that attack on the right, and
But
sometimes they
Shabby,
run out of
because we
ideas.
rely on 95% on the wing backs. That's a problem.
Yeah, but the 1-2s were played by the right. So every time we put the ball to the left, it was only a handful of times I can remember where we actually went forward with it. As soon as it went to the left, we'd go back sideways, and then we'd go all the way across to the right, and then we'd want Mason Mount and Reece James to try and do some sort of
Yeah, I'll
link.
give you a call, bro.
People gotta people gotta understand. Just because we're critiquing one person, we're not saying they're at fault for a goal or the reason why we lost the game. We gotta critique the whole game plan and why we're not as fluent as we are and why we're not playing the way we are. Like, Chile is a big miss. Like, especially having someone on that building up attacks on that left hand side, having attacks from both areas. Now these teams don't really have to worry about Alonso that much. I mean, when he's open, you have to worry about him, but he's kind of like a weakness as well because when he gets on the ball, that's like a trigger for them to start pressing and stuff like that.
He takes too many touches, Chevy. He gets the ball, and we want him to release it, but he wants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yeah.
touches, and then he passes it. It slows everything down. That is the problem. You know, this system needs us to be quick, and it needs movement.
Yeah.
He ain't going to give you the movement. And when he gets the ball, he wants to take 4 or 5 touches before he passes it, which completely slows down everything. That's the issue down that wing.
Defensively, we need someone to communicate as well. We lack leaders in the back.
Oh, man,
it's also up front. Vitma said when I said Pulisic was a fake 10, people were saying shit. Like, he's been invisible as a false 9, to be honest. You just don't see anything from him. Absolutely nothing. It's not really his position at the very least, so I won't discredit him too much, but he ain't the answer there. Definitely not the answer.
He's in no real form, is he, to be playing as a false 9, which is not his position? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just don't make no sense.
Exactly.
Like, he hasn't been really good since he came back.
Oh, yeah, and Justin, you said it perfectly. There's no actual starting front three, which we've been calling for the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no chemistry in the attack.
I'm in big
Because
trouble.
we keep repeating the front three a lot this season.
Yeah, and last season too. We
fault
never
was
really
that?
had a starting front three. Never.
No.
Like a real starting front three.
Whose fault was it, that goal? It was Sam Niguez, wasn't it? Like,
Ziyech tried to play the ball and it hit off somebody and it went back.
Saul was a tourist yesterday.
No, but from that free kick, I know he missed it, but who lost their marker? Someone lost their marker at the back.
Sayul.
I think it was Rudiger.
No, Rudiger was marking Keane, and Sayul had that breakaway guy, but he got caught under the ball.
It means a lot for Christensen to start
Such a bad goal.
It's just like we need someone.
I think it's more of that build-up of why we conceded that is the problem for me. Like, given that the ball away and then that stupid foul is more of the problem because that's what they were playing.
It was bypassing the midfield. They started bypassing midfield quick.
I'm talking about that goal though, like that specific play.
Oh, specifically.
Yeah, like giving the ball away and then that foul. Like Everton were playing for those breaks and playing for set pieces. That's the only way they were gonna score.
Let me see if oh wait, were they saying Aspi? Was it Aspi?
No, was it
I might need
Aspi?
to look back at it.
I don't even know, man.
I haven't even looked back at the highlights.
Aspi too, yeah. Aspi was cut out of the.
Xavi, how's your boy doing, bro?
Oh yeah, we need to have a conversation,
bro.
Like I said,
he's not cutting it right now. But I never said he was a starter, bro.
He's tired. He's been covering for a lot of players. He's not a starter.
We've seen that lots of shit been overplayed a lot this season.
Yeah, that's all it is.
See, I don't even want to make that excuse because people gonna say I'm making excuses and all that, but it is what it is.
Oh no, it was Sal that lost his marker.
Sal went over Sal's head. I don't know if he lost his marker. I know.
This game, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was
No, was it Barkley that had him?
Oh, it would surprise me.
It was Saul.
It's either Saul or Barkley.
Saul, why Barkley? There was Rudiger in front of him.
No, because they're saying Barkley was marking.
Like, Sayul was freaking riding Rudiger behind like a fucking Batman.
They're saying Reece James also gave up the foul for the free kick.
Yeah, but that foul was freaking at the midfield. You can't.
We had no midfield yesterday in the second half. It was embarrassing.
Yeah. It was bypassing. Fucking Jorginho made me lose
He's
my
so
voice
slow in it when he ain't got the ball. It's funny.
Like literally, it's
and then everyone
laughable
tells me
to
he
watch
can play
him.
LMDM. Yeah, fuck off.
I'll say blame the fact that you have him to carry for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's doing nothing the last 5 games. It definitely isn't one of his best performances, but like, let's be real, like Ruben has just been carried the last few games.
Yeah, I agree.
By a player that's overplayed the fuck. Oh, Daniel's back.
Get this monster guy out of here, man. What's he doing, man?
He's black. He's watching.
Monster's hiding, man. I can't even.
His,
what are you doing?
He's rubbing it over there.
What are you doing?
You playing Ultimate Team?
Chilling. No, I ain't playing FIFA this year.
What are you playing?
I ain't playing nothing. Chilling.
Where are you? I can't see you.
He's beating it something over there.
I ain't beating nothing.
Oh
my word.
Hey, bring up Jester's comment. He's right. It's a sorry ball, man.
Did that match remind any one of us under Sarri? All the possession and no money shot? Yes.
Painful as hell.
Absolutely did. But like there was periods on the Lampard.
But there was the money chances. There just was no money shot. You know what
Listen,
I mean?
I'd rather us play
Who does
absolute dog
Pulisic think
shit.
he is trying to backheel the ball into the back of the net?
Yeah,
To
but
be
we had
fair,
chances
the
to
ball
beat
was
them.
behind him, man. The
He's
ball was
getting ready for
behind him.
Barcelona. Duh.
You know what?
Justin, if you want to defend it, you have the link, bro. I sent it over.
We had
He's getting ready for Barca.
had-
He's going to
we had
Barca
certain
soon, so
Chelsea
he's
He's still
fans-
going to be here for another 10, 15
We had
minutes.
certain
Barca got
Chelsea
Frankie
fans
de Jong
defending
ready.
the fact that the
I'll take that.
performance was very good.
We're
Apparently,
taking
right?
L's right now.
I'd rather
Frankie
us
de
play shit. Literally, I'd rather us play shit
L.
and win the game than play like that yesterday and not win. I don't know
Xavi's
why
taking
people
the
got
L,
excited
bro.
about that performance, man. That performance was fucking dog
Yo,
shit.
bro, you want to break
Honestly,
the
I
midfield?
think
Don't
Conte
talk.
is better than Lafayette going forward. Let's be honest.
Let them know it's
He is, bro. Conte's world class.
I don't know,
How
man.
long is
But yeah, Javi, you know I wasn't talking to you, bro. Fuck
got-
you,
Yeah,
Thomas.
my fault, bro.
I want to
I
make
just
that
you,
clear.
you know the New Yorker
I
type
blocked him, but I
vibe,
can
bro.
still
when
see
you
his
hear that.
comments in these chats. I can't see it on the fucking YouTube because I blocked it, but I can still see it.
It's a good time.
what's
We got
the yellow
Daniel
bus
and Johnny
merchant
here
talking about,
just to say, Mason Mount, what the fuck were you doing, mate? Oh my god, absolute dog shit.
Should have scored though.
It took 230 pounds for for him.
Yes, Jesters, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, no green screen. I had to jump on real quick because I didn't have time.
No worries, man. Just good to see you again. Hope everything's
I know,
good.
Jester. What happened?
Everyone's saying our form dipped since you stopped showing up.
Yeah, well, come on.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. The fact of the matter is, when you don't have any chemistry, when you have people probably not playing in their best positions, when you have injuries that take key components out of what you were doing well and they're gone, you end up being able to see all our players' flaws. So Jorginho's flaws have come out. Alonso's flaws are always there to see. This guy, he sucks up all the chi in the area to do his one or two good moments, but it drains everybody else on the pitch, right? But not the other team, our team.
It kills me, man.
He actually makes people around him worse.
How he
plays okay, but everybody else is worse. It's just a myriad of things. I put out a tweet yesterday about the false nine, and people were blaming Pulisic for the loss. Please count the number of great performances from a striker or a center forward this year. I guarantee you only need one hand.
I'm telling you, man, it's Tuchel guy.
You only need one hand because there's probably maybe two.
What about this Tuchel guy, bro?
Just I've been asking everybody, man. Do you know what formation Ten Hag plays?
Why?
This guy, man.
Because,
I'm just asking if you know.
Because he likes to troll Monster.
Are you trolling Monster right now?
He's saying, get ready for Tuchel sacking and the appointment of Ten Hag.
Oh my!
This is horrific.
I don't think that's gonna
Is he one of them ones now? Is that how you turn, Daniel?
Look at the state of this. I just saw this pop up on my timeline. I can't be asked.
Listen, just get rid of it, man. There's kids celebrating in the back as well, man. I can't be doing this.
I know.
Fucking players that ain't even played in the first team.
Probably never.
2 league games in a row where I don't know the names of the people who scored against us. I can't be asked.
No, they
Youngster scored the last time, right? Some gun
scored the goal, never had sex, probably.
Yeah, he came off the bench.
Why can we ask questions about our world class backline though? Like, why is it all on the midfield?
Oh, here we
go. Because the midfield. I
set piece
understand.
is in a backline.
No, but it was
Daniel in the back line.
You're right, but at the same time, Saul was right there. Saul was supposed to help. Wait, Saul was supposed to help.
No, not that one. The other one.
Saul was supposed to help defend from the corner.
How can they score from their one chance? The one time they have a little bit of like our back line can't handle that.
It's Chelsea.
Because we're Chelsea. Marking.
That's what we do, bro.
Chelsea.
You don't take your chances.
Saul, bro. You guys can't handle that much.
Saul tax.
I'm not going to say Saul Tex.
Send Saul back.
For me,
It's like, you haven't kept a clean sheet in 7 games.
For me, in this particular game, the one player we missed
Conte's not playing.
most was Kovacic. Because he's the one midfielder who can make somebody go past somebody and make a through ball pass. He's been doing that this year. We didn't get any of that from our midfield.
We're trying to balance out the number of clean sheets that we've managed to make. So now,
it took us 2 center backs.
With the pretty boys, Avi.
I know the center backs were more influential.
The center backs were more doing the through balls than midfielders.
Yo, Monty, you couldn't wait because you was in the mud, bro. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to the opportunity.
I like Ruben, man. Listen, I just don't think he suits.
Not yet, bro. Like he's not playing.
He's not. He's playing as a makeshift 6. It's not his position. You can see it.
No, I mean when he started playing. When he started playing, he was doing well over there.
I think.
You say where should he play?
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't
think he suits this formation, bro.
Like, where's his best for?
He's an 8.
He's an 8. He's an 8 in a box 8.
We got so many 8s that we don't use as 8s.
That's crazy, huh?
The system don't let us.
We got to shift this.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, again,
we don't play with 8s.
No,
it's not that
we
they're
could
an
use
8 or a
all
6.
those
It's
8s if we had proper sitting DM.
Yeah,
we could use all those 8s.
Exactly, but we don't have
a proper CDM.
Sitting DM, unfortunately.
We have a number 3 Ballon d'Or wanker.
Hey, Master, you seen the vision, aren't you?
No. Listen, if we had a proper, if we had a defensive sitting DM, then I would play Jorginho as an 8. I'm liking these through balls he's putting in to players.
As a what?
As an 8.
Oh, you're reaching it. Come on. Go back to ranking.
When's he progressively?
I would love to see that.
He put 2 in the last 2 games. He put in a ball to Havertz.
Good. Come on.
Listen, in the last 2 games, he put a
game and go right.
Listen. In the last 2 games, he put what's it called? Havertz through on goal, and he put James through on goal, straight on goal 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and they both missed.
Well, we missed our chance.
Does it a lot more than what Jorginho does.
No, let's put Jorginho as false 9 then.
Do you know what I mean?
You're better than Saul.
Yeah, that confused me. Did Saul go into the wrong position on purpose?
Nah, he was asked to play there.
Because
I know he's clueless, but he ain't that clueless.
Oh, he's clueless.
Because it was that for a
This
while.
nigga, Saul niggas
wing back then
is trash. Saul niggas is trash, bro. On a real.
Okay, that's fine. We'll take your word for that.
Wait, did we switch formation or we played someone at left wing back?
We played Pulisic at left wing back for a while, and then they switched back because Saul wasn't doing anything.
Oh my
I don't know.
The only position where he tried Saul at is goalie. Should we try him there as well?
Like I said, Saul, when he was in the box with the ball, he lobbed it over, and he smiled. And I just wanted to slap him, bruv. Like, I was like, this guy, he's doing it on purpose, man. Like, this can't be real. It can't be real.
No.
He smiled. He smiled after he was in the box and he put the ball out for a goal kick and he smiled. It was painful to watch.
So what happened to Aspie? That dude looks done.
I think he's tired out.
I think he's done.
I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done.
I think we should let
Aspie's an old man, man.
Yeah, he might not be at the same level he was before, but I wouldn't say he's done.
Well, he should go
I'll
to
say
Barcelona.
he's definitely a bench player, but
no, I wouldn't even. What are you gonna play him as? If you go to a back 4?
No. It's back where he was not yesterday.
If best if you stay in the back 3, and if you stay in the back 3, aren't you gonna bring like a Koundé back in? Or at least look at bringing in another center back.
You're hearing a lot of Koundé.
Yeah,
and
but
then you've
that's
got
what I'm saying.
there. You've got.
But he's coming off the bench. I'm saying not the start.
See you later, guys.
There's a lot of Koundé problems.
Well, I think we should get the Wonder Twins.
I'm up to bless
monster.
Tchouaméni and Koundé. That should be the two people we bring in. It's Koundé and Tchouaméni.
Yeah, and also Well, we're bringing people back, bringing back into the lineup because we haven't been keeping clean sheets since. That's why.
The idiot needs to sign the contract first, and then.
Okay, Lord.
I tell that to Rudiger because he's still getting game time. Can't be asked.
I don't think anything just has to do with his game. His
I'll tell you what.
contract.
I'll play DM, man. I'll play DM. Defo.
Alex, what are you doing, man? I can't be bothered. Can't be
What?
asked. Oh no, that's our boy. He's saying play him up front. He still would be better than Sal. I will say that. But yeah, fucking no, we've been going for nearly over 3 hours.
Not
See what
nearly,
happens whenever we
wow.
drop points. Like it just becomes a massive venting session.
Lewis, they weren't here during Lampard days when we were losing and having like 8 hour
Lampard days we
streams,
went live
bro.
for like 7 hours and shit. You remember them phone-ins that used to go on literally all night, and we'd be going till 7 a.m. in the morning or some shit.
That's a world record, though. I missed that, though. I missed that.
Miss it. Not so
This shit was
sure.
depressing, bro.
Yeah, that was just peak. It was just round and round in circles about Lampard. Thank God.
What happened,
Thank
Jester?
God
You've
we
been
weren't
busy
in
at work or
ground.
something?
Huh?
What?
Have you been busy at work, Jester? I haven't seen you in a long time.
No, I've just been have other things going on in life. Got a guest house to get fixed up and just
someone in the back.
Regular life that seems to come around.
I hope you're good, Jester, bro. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah,
I hope
good to
you're
be
good,
seen.
man.
Yeah.
Oh shit! But yeah, I've got to do a stream of the Wolves guy. I pushed it back an hour because of the stream, so I can't push him back anymore. We'll be back tomorrow. I think we could have probably 2 p.m. I'll do a 2 p.m. stream or something like that because there's no early kickoff now. So I'll do a 2 p.m.
Is there
stream.
any games tomorrow?
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
is
a
there
3
COVID
p.m.
break?
kickoff and Leeds Arsenal as the 5:30. I
That's
don't
it?
know. I forgot it was
Yeah.
the 3 p.m.
It's Aston Villa and
This
Burnley.
is so stupid.
Oh yeah. All right.
Cancel all the games or play all the games. One to two.
Someone said it in it, not me, but I agree with that person as well. We're here. Games are going to get cancelled because of a weaker variant, but let me not say too much.
You get cancelled.
Yeah, or people will cry and moan about it. Smash the like and subscribe button. We'll be back tomorrow for the Wolves-Chelsea preview, unless Timo Werner coughs on everyone or something. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Actually, we won't have to worry because you'll miss anyway. But smash the like and subscribe button. Big up everyone that's locked in. We will be back tomorrow. And we'll leave you with what the UK is potentially going to be like in 2 weeks. Take care, like and subscribe. And as always, up the Chels.